We got Lady J's mic working.
Hello.
Hello, people out there in podcast land.
We are here for
We are
our
here.
March-ish Universe Box Patron Hangout. How's it going, guys?
Hi.
Hello. I'm Bill Meeks.
I'm Anne-Marie DeSimone.
Yeah, and we were having some issues with our audio board just now, so if
we cut out, let us know.
The mic cuts out, let us know. If you're over in chat at live.universebox.com like Angel or Wynn, and I'm sure we'll have some others coming in soon, just let us know in chat real quick.
Yes, please.
That'd be pretty sweet. Let's see here. So, how have you been, Anne-Marie?
I'm good. I have found a newfound love for wine.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to that, friend.
Yeah, definitely.
Boom.
As usual, we are consuming a little bit of magic juice in our patron
who says
hangout.
you can't drink on a Monday?
So they're calling it now?
Yeah, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, we are going, Lady J. Are you ready to come on yet?
Now that I know my mic's working, sure.
Excellent. Well, let's introduce one of our patrons, Lady J. How you doing?
Doing alright, guys. How you doing?
Excellent. Wait, what have you been up to since the last time we spoke?
The usual fan rage. I'm according to my friend, I am the angry Hufflepuff.
Well, that's fine.
It happens.
If you can't rage about it, how do you know you truly love it, right?
Yeah. Or at least at one point you did love it.
So what have you been raging about lately?
Arrow 100.
Mm-hmm.
Arrow.
Arrow 100. Well, we don't watch Arrow, so a bit
That's
of your
a good
rage.
thing.
Yeah, a bit of your rage might flow over our heads, but I know Anne-Marie watches the 100. So why don't you guys talk?
I told you to stay away from the 100 topic.
Hey.
It's not gonna end well for anybody.
No.
I figure let's get it away out front. Get it done with out front.
Now
Yeah.
Before I drink too much, is that what that is?
I would much rather steer into not so controversial topics because
see, she doesn't even want to rage.
Because no, because I like you guys and I don't want to discuss this because 100 goes straight into politics of television and it's just not going to be pretty.
That's okay. So if you don't want to talk about what you don't like, Lady J, why don't you talk about something? Wait, is there anything on right now that you're enjoying?
That I actually enjoy watching?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a hard question. Hold on. I have to actually think about something I'm not going to yell at. I guess Supergirl right now, just because it's one of the few shows that I can happily enjoy watching cute puppies be adorable. I mean, Cara Danvers be adorable.
Yeah, I think I'm on episode 6. I kind of fell behind because of all the other
you've
stuff.
gotten over the hump. You've gotten over the hump.
Yeah.
Episodes 1 was okay because you realize it's a pilot, but then 2 to 5 are really hard to chew on. It's heavy-handed dialogue and it's a little bit clunky, but right after 6, it kind of finds its rhythm.
6 was what, the Livewire episode? I enjoyed it.
I think that was the Livewire episode.
Yeah. I think it was aired, they were it was aired.
It was out of order.
Skipped.
Yeah, that was the one that they did out of order.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I mean, I enjoyed it so far. I kind of.
I didn't. Sorry.
I kind of hate that they made Jimmy Olsen really rough and tumble and stuff instead of being kind of dorky. Just because I love Jimmy Olsen, but. Yeah, he at the same time he kind of grew on me. He got a little doofy there and there.
I feel he is the voice of Clark Kent, without having Clark Kent there. He is that same kind of undertone of moral ethics, so to speak. He's that guy. I've enjoyed Supergirl just because it's another female lead on network television. For a while it was not even just a while, it was just Agent Carter, and now we have Supergirl as well, and I felt that was a nice expansion. So I'm eagerly hoping that Supergirl will do in season 2 what Agent Carter didn't, and that's give us women of color.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That is true.
I definitely enjoyed it. Did you ever watch the old CW Birds of Prey series?
I
guess so.
Did I? No, you need to understand. Before WB's Birds of Prey, the only comic books I owned were the ones given to me by my brother, and I didn't really care about them because they were just, hey, he's like, oh, here, you can read these now that I'm dead, and I'm like, I don't really want these, you know. So after Birds of Prey, like, I didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand. I was 13. I didn't understand what cancellation was. I didn't understand any of that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know there was a comic book until I gotten online and people were raging. They're like, it's nothing like the comic. There's a comic book about this? And yeah, so like my first $20 allowance, I walk into the comic book store and I buy the graphic novel and I just instantly fell in love. Mm-hmm. And from there, that's where I started collecting comics. So like, this is so funny because recently I was talking on Twitter with Joseph P. Ellich on Comic Book Resources. He's doing a column for them. He used to be editor for DC late 90s, early 2000s for Batman and Birds. Mm-hmm. And we were discussing how Rebirth may not even really hit the mark that DC's looking for, which is that pre-identity crisis that came out in 2004 Spirit. So, and Birds of Prey was part of that, where you could walk in and let me tell you something, walking in at 13 years old and not only finding Birds of Prey, but picking up Batgirl and going, oh my god, she's half Asian? Because there's not really a whole heck of a lot of Asian characters to begin with that are not terribly stereotyped in one way or another. Yeah. So finding Batgirl, it was just a period of, if you were a kid looking for representation, you could probably find it, and it wasn't going to be so stereotypy, and it's just something I feel like maybe Marvel now is getting into that renaissance of finding something that looks like you and talks like you, and that's a nice feeling.
Yeah, I always like the not as much as the Barbara Gordon Batgirl, but I always like the Cassandra Cain Batgirl, especially when she like didn't talk and she was like a ninja.
real ninja type, yeah. I think for a while there on Arrow, we were all kind of hoping they were going to mention the Cain family because David Cain, Cassandra's dad, was part of the League. So, yeah, Birds of Prey for me was that starter point. And today I was just watching Dina Meyer, who played Oracle. she was doing a little cooking thing on her Periscope with her brother.
Nice. Nice. Is she still?
Yeah.
Is she in anything right now?
She was on something on TBS. I think there's something on iTunes. She's always got some sort of, like, as far as acting, some sort of project going. So she's not out of work. I did ask her. I got the balls to ask her on her website when she was doing a Q&A, and I was like, if you were asked, would you go back and play Oracle? And she said absolutely. Nice. And someone else asked her what she liked about playing Oracle, and she enjoyed the message that Oracle had, and that was just to keep going no matter what happens to you, don't give up, and it's never the end, it's always the opening of a new door. And I'm like, who do we talk to have her come back to be the real Oracle, as DC seems to be distancing themselves from this whole Oracle concept to begin with?
Well, I don't know, because I was actually going to lead into this, so I'm glad you mentioned it. But I guess, what's her name? Jenna Malone plays Barbara Gordon in the extended edition of Batman v Superman. So there might be an Oracle.
That rumor. Right. I heard that rumor, but I'm I have a little bit of Missouri in me, so you got to show it to me before I believe you. So, in the case of Zack Snyder, I'm not finally sure if I trust him with Barbara Gordon.
You weren't able to make it out to our big Batman v Superman discussion with Rebecca and Holy Bat Pastor, but did you see it? Did you like it? Did you? Not
I haven't seen. Now here's the thing: I'm distancing myself from everything related to Batman vs Superman, unless we're just gonna focus on Wonder Woman, because I feel like she's probably the best part of the whole package is Wonder Woman.
But if you haven't seen it, you can't say that.
I can say that because I am only specifically looking for gifs and pictures of Wonder Woman. Like, I'm filtering everything else out because I am not a fan of Zack Snyder to start with.
Yeah,
I feel like he's visually amazing, but someone else needs to be telling the story.
Like, I definitely agree with you. You know, he's visually amazing. Like, really because I saw his remake of the Dawn of the Dead back in the day, and I liked it. I thought it was really funny. You know, a really good zombie movie before it got oversaturated.
Everything's a zombie.
And then Watchmen, I thought, regardless of how you feel about the original story, it was beautifully shot and it looked just like the comic book. And, I think, that's really where he shines. Like, say what you will about his storytelling methods, but he can make movie stills look like comic book frames.
I'm sorry, I just noticed how red the back of your neck is from getting sunburned.
Oh yeah, I got massively sunburned.
Easily
Is that what that is? Is that what that is?
He is so sunburned, it's hilarious.
Tonight I am a redneck.
Literally.
You're feeding into those Texas and West Virginia roots.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Zack Snyder, I will give him all the praise when it comes to visuals and really being able to use visuals to tell a story. But as far as if we're going to go with plot, dialogue, things, I think these are areas he can definitely improve on. I would really, really wish he just kind of like sat down and really went back into the few courses, because there is nothing wrong with going to a few workshops and improving on yourself. It's one of the best things you can do as an artist of any type.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I don't know. Although I do feel that, and I know you haven't seen it yet, but I do feel like he took a lot of those criticisms from Man of Steel specifically to heart and kind of improved in several ways that he was criticized for in Man of Steel, like in the film Man of Steel. And then people complained about that.
He can't win.
Like they were like, all this needless destruction. Why can't the movie be about something? Why can't it have more meat to it? So he does like a movie where it's half kind of like this philosophical argument, what would superheroes mean to the real world, and dealing with the repercussions of that. And then they're like, oh man, the first half of the movie was too slow, more fight sequences.
And then the whole other half of the movie is nothing but these large fight sequences that seems to be like destroying half the city again.
Yeah,
but no one was there.
Yeah,
they point out like 6 times that everybody's gone home and stuff like that. So
yeah, it's kind of like a running joke where every time they mention the fight, like either the news or the government or something mentions the fight moving to another location, they're like, oh, and it happens to be abandoned, and like wink at the camera.
Yeah, pretty much. I enjoy that.
The only thing about Gina Malone's appearance in there that makes me even a little bit excited is the fact that they are looking at possibly, this is big rumor, but the fact that it hit a lot of the major sites, that they were looking to cast a Black Canary in the films, kind of made my heart go, oh, what? So long as we have, a better director, I'm okay. I'm okay. I didn't like Sucker Punch. That was not a feminist film at all.
See, Sucker Punch is one of his movies I haven't seen, and just because I heard such bad things about it, which I don't know, because I heard bad things about Man of Steel and Batman v Superman, and I love them, so maybe I should watch it and kind of form my own opinion, but I probably won't. No. Just because I heard such bad things about it. I
just find it very interesting that in this race of, like, I guess now it's Marvel against DC, and as far as cinematically, where Marvel's kind of just excelling as far as being able to tell a fun story. Mm-hmm. Whether it gives you pause to think when you leave or not, or are you just remembering all the jokes, they're still fun movies to go to. And so now DC's kind of hitting on this other end, this kind of, I don't want to say the word, but it's dark, gritty, whatever end of it. But they're also racing towards delivering the first female-led action film, so to speak, with Wonder Woman. And then, Black Widow sitting over here twiddling her thumbs, like, really, guys, really.
I get 5 minutes in every Marvel movie, but that's it.
Yeah, that's all you get. That's all you get, lady. Be looking for that. But no, because they even pushed Captain Marvel's release date back. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, so you're telling me that we could possibly get the first female teen movie out of Birds of Prey onto the screen before Marvel has a chance to even finish looking up at Captain Marvel's movie? Yeah, because they're looking at introducing Black Canary in Justice League Part 1 or 2, and then from there, partnering up with Gina Malone and going into straight out Birds of Prey, in which case I'm like, so which one of the graphic novels are we following?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I definitely agree with you. It feels like as much as Marvel is trying to kind of push that forward in their comic line, in their movie line, they're trying to sell toys to little boys, kind of thing. That's about it.
Even though there are just as many girls picking up those toys as the guys. So
Oh yeah. I wasn't saying that girls wouldn't pick up the toys. I'm just saying that that's what their
that's
focus
their market.
is.
That's their target.
Yeah. And Maria, I see a lot of discussion going on in the chat room. What's going on over there?
Let's see. Let's see. Sorry, I got distracted.
You were playing on Facebook again, weren't you?
You know why? Because I have no idea what you're talking about.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to actually recommend that you read Birds of Prey and Secret Six, both from DeSimone. I think you would enjoy them a lot.
You can recommend it, and I can want to do it, and I just won't sit down and do it. I know myself well enough. I have like 6 books on my nightstand, and just got another one out
I
of the
have
library.
plenty of books. Look, these are graphic novels. They have pictures, for crying out loud.
I know. I'm so easily distracted. Let's see. What were they talking? They were talking about Sucker Punch. Let's see. Clarify if they talked about it. I saw it and it was all right. Had some awesome scenes, silly action, pretty forgettable. Meh.
Yeah,
Wynn
a
says
solid
that
meh
it's
from the chat room.
A solid meh. Wynn says it feels weird to get mad about someone else's creative choices, which is completely fair. That's,
Yeah.
So that's what you got going on in the chat room.
Definitely. Yeah, and I know that we have some other people who are going to be joining us.
Yeah, Rebecca is racing home from somewhere.
Oh,
Probably,
Rebecca Johnson?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, she's wearing a Batfleck shirt today because she's seeing the movie for the 8th time today.
Nice.
And I asked if she was joining us, and she said if she gets home in time. And Bobby said
because she doesn't have Supergirl tonight because she hosts Supergirl Radio.
Yeah, she does Supergirl Radio.
Yeah,
so
that's also why I'm here. Just no Supergirl. I actually went to go check. I went to go check TV Guide. I'm like, Supergirl tonight? No, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, nice. It's because it's the March
NCAA March Madness. Yeah. Well, not finales. It's whoever wins this goes on to face
semis.
North Carolina. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I've lost. Well, yeah. This is like the first year I didn't do a bracket, so I'm like, I have no idea what's happening because normally I do. One of my friends does brackets to raise money for her 3-day fund for Susan G. Komen 3-day. So I typically do 1 or 2 brackets for her at least, or if my dad does one fundraiser for the 3-day. Big in the 3-day community because it's easy. But yeah, I didn't get around to doing one this year, so I have no idea.
I don't normally follow college basketball.
See, I did for a while, especially because I worked in a significant amount of sports bars over the past 12-ish years. It's really the past like 4 when I've stopped and I've gotten more and more out of it. But it's also when WVU stopped being so good. Yes, that's right. You guys can throw comics around. I can throw sports around. Sports ball.
Hey, no. Hold on right there because college basketball for guys, I'm not so keen on, but I do know UConn on the women's side is about to make history if they get this title. It'll be a 4th peat and their 11th title.
And I literally know nothing about women's college basketball. I'm
See,
just like, WVU?
There you go.
Yay, WVU, if you're
there
doing
you go.
good.
I actually had to learn about March Madness to do some training stuff for my day job, and I learned it. I learned it really well. I made the training stuff, and I can't remember a darn word of it.
Well, you had to do the same thing with Super Bowl stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you had to do like Super Bowl packages, and I honestly couldn't tell you who was even in it this year because not Pittsburgh.
Oh, you know what? Angel in the chat room, Lady J, did you see Zootopia?
Yes, I love Zootopia.
I love Zootopia.
Let's talk
too.
Zootopia.
Thank you. I can talk on this topic. Yay! No, I thoroughly enjoyed ye old Zootopia.
What did you like about it?
I like Ginny Goodman. No, I like that it wasn't exactly what you were expecting, but really no movie should be what you're expecting. I thought it was fun. I liked that it did take a serious, like, weird genetic modification, like, wipe out all the predators turn. Spoilers. Sorry.
Yeah, little spoilers.
Little spoilers there.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Real quick back to sports, just because I know it'll get on Anne-Marie's
I'm
nerves.
fixing it already.
Win 2 says, yeah, I can get behind not Pittsburgh.
Spell it right, Wynn. Spell it
not
right.
Pittsburgh. Hey, I'm okay with that.
All of you. I shake my
Pittsburgh
fist.
girl.
I'm born and raised.
Yeah, but Zootopia, I really like that, especially the the kind of twist in the middle where you realize it's not the kind of movie that was advertised. And that was actually one of the things I had kind of against it, is because all the marketing made it seem like one kind of movie, but it was really a movie about like this weird conspiracy in the animal world where they were like, oh, it's, you know, a rabbit coming to be, she's the first rabbit on the force, and it's her overcoming obstacles to, you know, win the day or whatever. And it really, you know, about halfway through, it becomes a completely different kind of movie where they're trying to, you know, it's very subversive, and they're trying to uncover this huge conspiracy going on throughout the kind of entire Zootopian government and everything. So
Anne-Marie's trying to get in, and she can't get in.
She can't get in?
No.
Is the link not working for her?
I don't know. Hold on.
Other Anne-Marie?
Other Anne-Marie, not me. I'm here. No, let me figure that.
But
I'll
here,
figure it out. You talk.
You troubleshoot. Lady J, what did you like about Zootopia?
Nick Foley, the fox.
That's
fox, Nick. So he was definitely definitely fun to watch. But I mean, I'd have to go back and actually watch it by myself because I was way too busy with a 4-year-old in the movie theater.
Yep.
To really like pay attention. I just know he was super into the like first half of the movie where it's very fast paced, but the moment he switched gears is when I started having trouble with him because he was bored.
Yep.
And that's the problem.
That's when our 4-year-old started crawling.
Angel T in the chat room says she felt so bad for Nick, just wanted to hug him. Yeah, but
I wanted to hug the what was he, a tiger or a cheetah that was sitting up the front desk? Ben.
I loved him.
I wanted to hug him all the time.
He was fantastic.
I wanted to hug him.
You know what I didn't like at all?
Oh, here we go.
Because I saw it 6 million times before the sloth scene.
I still love the sloth.
Like I saw it so many times before I ever set foot in the theater that by the time it actually happened, it didn't feel like, oh, it's slow and it's funny. It just felt like, oh, please kill me.
I know all those parents in that room had seen this commercial before, but it still had the same comical impact. Like everyone was laughing so hard. It took a little bit of time for them to recover. But okay, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, I'm sorry. You've had plenty of time by now. My favorite part is when they're in like this whole Godfather place, right? And they're about to be iced, and then like the little shrew is like, "Oh, that's the one that saved me."
I loved her. And then all I could think was Real Housewives of Jersey.
And Nick is over there with his mouth like,
what?
Like he doesn't understand anything, and suddenly like they're like, "Oh, welcome to the family. Kisses here, kisses there."
Yeah, it was fantastic. What was it? Oh, the reason I think the sloth stuff was a little painful for us is we saw if you go to Hollywood Studios, they do movie previews, and they had a 10-minute preview of Zootopia, which included 75% of that scene. So we'd already seen it. And then we saw the movie. And then we went back to the preview again because they were giving away ears. So the kids wanted to go see it again.
Yeah.
So we saw the sloth scene 3 times, not including the little bits you get in the commercials.
Yeah. Or little bits. A lot of bits.
That's because yeah.
There were whole previews that were just the sloth scene.
I know.
I'm looking forward to Finding Dory.
I am too. I didn't actually see like the preview or anything because didn't they release something?
They've been releasing stuff on and off.
Did they? Yeah. Well, everything the only one I saw was like literally her just like swimming in the big blue world, and in the big blue world. Sorry, but that was it. It didn't really have any sense of story or anything.
Well,
so
it's Dory.
It is Dory. There is that problem.
I feel like this movie is specifically for those of us who were in high school when the movie came out the first time, the Finding Nemo, and now that we're all older and have kids around, we're like, ah.
Yeah.
I feel like Disney has blackmail on Ellen DeGeneres
Yep.
because, you know, with the success of her show, she really doesn't need to do these movies anymore. They must have, I don't know.
She probably did it for free.
She really, I honestly think she's the type of person who would just do it because of it being a fun thing for her. However, I'd like her to redo Ellen's universe of energy at Epcot.
Well, did you know that there used to be an Ellen animatronic in the dinosaur scene in that?
Yes, because you told me.
Yeah, and it broke and they just never fixed it.
That's just crap.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Because you hear, like, when you're going through the dinosaur room, you hear her voiceover, and it seems like the dinosaurs are doing something, but you don't know what. And apparently in the original ride, they were, like, chasing Ellen or something like that.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, Wynn 2 in the chat room, or Wynn in the chat room says, was the sloth scene as long as Pee-wee's Amish balloon scene? And, that was a long scene, but I thought it was okay because it went almost too long and then it kind of came back around, I thought. But did you watch the new Pee-wee movie, Lady J?
Nope.
Nope. Fair enough.
I am the anti-Pee-wee.
Okay. I liked it.
You would.
I did, but I grew up on Pee-wee too.
I'm pretty sure my dad liked Pee-wee and tried to put it on, and I'm like, "What is this crap?" And I would go in the other room and read a Babysitter's Club book.
Yeah, Pee-wee's Playhouse was Babysitter's Club, which, by the way, is referenced in my pilot that I have right here that we're not going to talk about yet because we're going to wait for maybe 1 or 2 more.
See
people
if Bobby
to come
or
up.
somebody hops on. Yep.
Bobby, or I'm actually hoping for other Anne Marie because she read all the Dog Boy books. So
She did. She
was one of my beta readers for that.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about Infinite Tina, the pilot, in a little bit here.
A little bit. Coming soon.
In a little bit. Okay, Anne Marie.
Yeah.
You come up with the next topic.
Oh, well, shenanigans. I wasn't prepped for that. Oh, shenanigans. So you got any summer plans? Lady J. Hey, there's Bobby too.
There is Bobby.
Whatever the 4-year-old decides he can handle.
Nice.
So
No,
I
where
mean,
where are you based out of again? I always forget where you live.
San Antonio.
San Antonio. Okay, so you've got the warmth going on.
Yeah, it was warm and sunny today.
Oh yeah, we had the warm and the sunny as well. Are you guys big pool or beach or vacation?
I'm sure we'll probably head to Splash Town. We'll probably head up to Orlando Park to do a little swimming in the river there. And
isn't there Six Flags or something in San Antonio?
Six Flags Fiesta Texas, but there's no way we're going there just because he can't even he barely handled SeaWorld's mini kiddie park.
Gotcha.
Like, I'm not kidding. We took him on some of those rides, and his literal thing was like, as soon as the ride started, he was like, "Night." So we're like, we're not gonna do that again.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I know. When I was growing up in Houston, I think the Six Flags in San Antonio had the world's tallest wooden roller coaster. Maybe?
Yes, the Rattler.
Yes.
They've redone it again. Mm-hmm. So I forget what it is now, but it's also something fastest, whatever now. Mm-hmm. They made it a hybrid. They made it a hybrid iron,
like steel and wooden, or
steel and wooden, just because of its age mostly.
Mm.
Oh, that's
that was
fair.
a way to keep it safe and going. Because you have to remember, maybe not, but see, there's a Rattler, and then there's another roller coaster that actually goes through the Rattler, which is the Roadrunner Express, which is like the step up from the kiddie roller coaster, basically.
Yeah.
So.
But someone, and I think this was a Mr. Show sketch, but I would like to see an amusement park advertise their coaster as the deadliest roller coaster.
That is awful.
That'd be fun.
Liam would want to go on it.
You know what? Mentioning Mr. Show though was probably a good time to
That's
mention the guy who was the co-host of our Mr. Show special. Bobby, how you doing?
Hey guys, can you hear me?
We can.
Yeah.
All right, I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, you sound like you're coming across on like a CB radio or something, but it's fine. We can understand you and everything.
Hold on a second.
You might not be.
You're not on your mic.
Yeah, you might not be on your mic.
You sound
no,
like
my mic is. Remember the last time I tried to do this?
Nope, we got nothing.
We lost you.
Nope, there you
Whatever button you hit, unflip it.
Undo. How do you undo?
That's my life.
Well, Bobby will be back in a second.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk. Nice. We'll talk pilots. I actually have 2 concepts that I've been fumbling around.
Yeah, tell us.
One, they're complete opposites of each other. One makes me laugh. The other one makes me laugh harder. And what I wouldn't even describe as much a comedy, but as a dramedy. It's I call it Murphy Hour. And any of us who has ever worked fast food knows this hour. This is what happens when you send too many people home early, and then you get slammed with a rush. So there's only 4 of you, when there needs to be like 10 of you.
Yes. Been there, done that. Panera bread.
Oh.
I worked at a Sonic drive-in, and let me tell you, when there's only 3 of you in the morning at open, and suddenly you're getting rushed, you wish there were 6 of you.
Yes, you do. Oh yeah.
Nice. So what's the opposite number to that one?
The opposite one surrounds a half Asian female who happens to come across an artifact that transforms her into the Chinese zodiac snake. Now, most people would think this is pretty awesome. No, she's like, please get this thing off me. I want nothing to do with this. I am not a Power Ranger. Please get this away from me right now.
Nice.
I appreciate I am not a Power Ranger so much.
She is like literally trying to get this thing away from her, but it's starting to talk. And she's like, no, we're not doing this. I have enough issues that people think I'm crazy. We're really not about to get into this. But then like it kind of starts manifesting and stuff. And she's like, are you Chinese? She's like, no, I'm Vietnamese or whatever. And whatever it is, the app agent, she's not Chinese. And so the snake gets automatically disappointed. And it's like, how are you not Chinese and why are you wearing this? I don't know. I don't understand. I'm just as upset about this as you are.
So she's very much the reluctant hero.
Reluctant hero who ends up finding the other Chinese zodiacs, and they're all kind of warning each of these people, don't trust any of the other zodiacs or even anyone in our circle. There's a reason why we've all been separated.
I enjoy things based on zodiacs.
Oh, by the way, Wynn had to head out, so bye, Wynn.
Bye, Wynn.
We love you.
Bye, Wynn.
No, I like that. The one's kind of like a slice of life kind of thing, and the other's more of a broad fantasy comedy kind of concept.
It's more like urban fantasy comedy because she's really just this security guard who wants to move on with her life. She has enough issues. She's still trying to get a dating life going. Like it's just her roommate, and their 3 cats. Like they're very afraid they're about to become outnumbered by animals.
Nice.
Interesting.
Angel in the T in the chat room comments, the idea oddly reminds me of the concept of a character who was meant to be the main character who doesn't want to be the main character, particularly in an anime. Okay, so I think Bobby's back, right, Bobby?
I heard barking.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear Bobby barking. So excellent. Hey, how are you doing, man? After your rough and tumble fight in our chat room on Saturday night.
Oh God, I just that's like the one thing that's bothered me about this whole thing is that like I've never been into whole Marvel versus DC. I mean, playfully maybe, like of course, but I hate that like. I hate when they have to tell me, "Oh, you just don't get it because you don't like it." That's what he kept saying is like, "Oh, well, you must not get it because you don't like it." It's like, no, I'm familiar with everything. Oh my God, dude. I'm
You're
sorry.
like, I speak this language as well, sir. Yeah.
Well, he didn't realize he was talking to a Universe Box made man.
Right. I know. I wanted to be in there and be like, hey, Vivi, I don't know who you are. You showed up about 3/4 of the way through the show.
Don't disrespect Bobby,
Leave
or we're going to have problems.
Leave Bobby alone.
Oh my God! I literally, like I said on the call, like I was about to leave the chat room, just like I don't know where this guy came from. I don't know. But he wasn't being rude. I don't know. It was just.
Yeah, I think
Right.
it was just crosswires, miscommunication, because we actually had him call in on Skype,
right?
And he was very reasonable and very cool.
On Skype. I thought, yeah.
No one can understand anything in a chat room.
That's true. Like I think Bill brought it up. Like the whole, it's hard. Things in written words can be misconveyed or misconstrued. So, but yeah, you're making me like fuming already just thinking about it.
I can see it. He's like.
Okay, well, as long as you're fuming, why is your head so stupid, Bobby?
Oh.
No, I'm
kidding.
You know what? Burnt Bill. However, Bobby looks a little red as well. Did you forget to lotion up today?
Oh yeah, it's pretty warm out there. That's why I was late. I've been working. I didn't get home until like 7:30.
Oh
Because
wow.
summer, or well, it's not summer yet, but warm is the busy season for you.
Yeah, there is no like summer is 9 months of the year here. There's
Right.
summer and 3 months of like spring/winter something, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah, that's gone now. That's all over.
exactly.
So what have you been up to lately, man? I don't feel like well, I mean, you called in on Saturday and everything, but I don't feel like we've talked for a while. What's been going on?
Uh, Same old stuff,
Stuff.
brand new style. I like I don't know. I'm having an issue right now with finding a car.
Oh.
My car finally like took a crap.
Gave
Oh,
up the ghost.
no.
Yeah, I mean it's actually still running, and like I thought I had got it, and I went to pick up my daughter today, and like then all of a sudden like I was in the middle of the highway doing 10 miles an hour, and I couldn't like I was in the middle of the intersection.
Oh
And
no.
oh my god. Like I couldn't even like the light. Oh, it took me the whole time that the light changed to get across the intersection.
Oh,
I had
wow.
that happen once. Our car just like completely died. I'm at the light and I'm like, I gotta keep going. It was one of those cars you couldn't hit the lights.
Right.
Because then it would just stop and I hit the light and I'm like, oh no, this isn't gonna be good. I can just tell it starts making the noise. And I went and it stopped and I was in the middle of the thing. People are honking at me. I'm like, you're honking. Do you think this was a decision on my part
Right,
to
like
sit
it's
in the
something
middle
you
of
do.
it was like the busiest intersection close to our house.
Clearly, this was premeditated.
Clearly, I decided to pull out of the shady gas station and stop in the middle of the road. That's exactly what I wanted to do. I was
That's
like,
just what you do with life. You stand in the middle of intersections going, oh.
exactly. All the Georgia rednecks are starting to look at me funny and all that. I'm like, I just kept going. I'm like, I don't care what the light looks like. I'm just gonna keep trying to go. Turn it off,
Exactly.
turn it on, and go.
Yeah,
Bobby.
luckily I made it home.
Well, that's a good thing.
So how much? What's your budget for a car?
Why are you trying to sell
I've
them
probably
off?
got about 2,000 left from my taxes, so I just have to. I've been.
How much did you make last year? No, I'm kidding.
No, don't do that to him.
Not enough.
May
Or
I
was
recommend a
driving this type
scooter?
of vehicle. Huh?
May I recommend a scooter?
He has kids that he just told you he picked up his daughter. What's she gonna do? Hop on the back
You
of
know
the
what-
scooter?
What
She
you
will
do,
not
you-
do that,
You
I can
spend,
promise
you spend
you.
1,200. You spend 1,200 on the scooter, then you spend like 100 on a like a Red Ryder, pull wagon, and then strap it to the back of the scooter. And there, it's a scooter for two.
No.
No, it's safe.
No, if you're gonna do anything, you get that girl a card and she can Uber everywhere. Like that's what you're doing. You don't put her in a Red Ryder cart.
Get her, get yourself a scooter. Get her a bike. She can trail behind.
Oh my goodness.
No, I
gracious.
just need to make it to a lot. I've been busy. My boss has let me bring the truck, like the car work truck. Jesus. Back and forth to work from work and whatnot. So,
Well, that's. At least...
but yeah, it is nice until he finally came to me today and was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to give me after this week if you want to keep using it, it's gonna be $250 a month." And so, like at that point, it's like, well, I might as well just go get a car.
Make
from
a payment on something. Yeah. Oof.
Well, I mean, like you said, it's nice that he's done it, and it's nice that he's offering that, but
Yeah, but yeah, it gets you there. It'll get you to the lot, basically.
Right? Yeah, right.
Yeah. It's like he gave it to you so that you would come to work.
Exactly.
It was self-serving.
And more or less, it's just I got to find the time to be able to do it, and like Bill was saying, now that quote unquote season is here, it's kind of difficult to find the time to do so.
Right.
Yeah, and by the way, Bobby, I'm not ignoring you. I'm just trying to help other Anne Marie.
She said
troubleshoot
all of her
her.
Hangout apps aren't working. Like none of them.
I had an issue with mine for a moment, before I came on, but
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Other Anne Marie, if you're listening, maybe you could try updating your app too. Maybe that might help.
That might help.
Yeah, sometimes they get a little wonky.
Or it's the fact that it's -17 Celsius in Canada.
Maybe the
I blame the
lines
cold
are
and the
are
snow.
too cold for the signal to get out. Dun 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 dun.
I don't know. Whatever I got, it's like 85 here.
So Bobby,
Yes.
what have you been watching lately?
What have I been watching? I don't think I've been watching anything new. I mean, I watch Agents of Shield. The few shows I watch all the time are Gotham.
You watch that? Oh, we do a podcast about that. You should
Once Upon a
participate.
Time.
Wait, dude, we do a podcast about that too. That's awesome.
And
Send a voicemail or something. Come on.
Agents of Shield. Goldberg's.
Goldberg's I've heard good things about. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things.
I've been watching it since it came on. I really like that show.
I've heard it's a slightly mediocre Wonder Years.
It's more of a it's definitely has a Wonder Years feel to it. But yeah, and it's not quite as it doesn't have the oh god, I don't know if I want to say drama, but I don't know. It just doesn't have what Wonder Years had. But it is definitely that type of show. Crazy Ex-Girlfriend.
I have heard really good things about that.
I've
and I
seen
keep
some
wanting
good clips
to...
from that too.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you like musicals, it's a pretty good show, especially humorous musicals.
Well, that's definitely something we should be watching then, because we sing all the time, don't we? Then we're always making our shows are musicals.
And I think that's all I've been watching, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn, very good. If Rebecca shows up,
there you go.
You guys will definitely have to have a conversation on that.
Yeah.
I just saw Batman v Superman the other day.
Oh, did you? Did you? I hadn't heard.
I actually I saw that on your your Twitter feed. You said something about it.
What was that?
I think you tweeted something about Batman vs Superman because I know you saw the movie.
Oh yeah. I mean, what I've been tweeting about that honestly is like me vaguely saying that I don't quite understand. Just because you don't agree with someone doesn't mean your brain. I hate the criticism about the criticism of the film.
Yeah.
That's what I hate about it. I mean, I know Bill loves the movie. I know.
And if you don't, I hate you, Bobby.
You're wrong.
Right back at you.
Awesome. Drink.
But
I
don't know. I haven't seen Star Wars yet, and so I picked up the Blu-ray, or ordered the Blu-ray, and it'll be coming tomorrow.
More power to you.
Nice. You know what I've been watching that I've been really enjoying lately is it's a Hulu series with James Franco. It's called 11/22/63. It's based on a novel by Stephen King. It's about a dude. Yeah, but hey, how the whole time travel trope is, travel back in time to kill Hitler. Mm-hmm. This guy travels back in time to stop Lee Harvey Oswald from killing JFK, and he arrives like 3 years early, and it's kind of just about how he
figuring out what to do.
Yeah, well, the main thrust of most of the episodes of the series is him figuring out if Lee Harvey Oswald is actually the guy who did it. And then he kind of figures that out, and it kind of spirals out from there.
I really should watch that.
But a really good book by Stephen King, and I think a really decent adaptation. I actually like a lot of the changes they made. I think it makes it a slightly stronger story in general. Yeah, but really good overall. Really disturbing in parts, but really good. I've been enjoying that. Yeah.
I'm really impressed by some of the shows that Hulu, in fact, Hulu specifically, because there's a few shows, Casual. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that was, I watched that a few months ago.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it.
It's on there still. It's this weird, it's a Hulu original, and it's this weird family dynamic where a brother and a sister live together. The daughter lives with the mother, and she's, broken up from the husband. And then, the brother and sister are, really, really close, so close that it, screws up their personal relationships. It's not like Gallivan and what's-her-name creepy. But it's, I mean, they just get a little too close.
Right.
Yeah.
And Difficult People. I really like Difficult People. Billy Eichner, do you guys know who Billy Eichner is?
Yeah, Billy on the Street, right?
Yes. He has a show with one of his comedian friends. I can't Julie Klausner, I think her name is.
Mm-hmm.
But they have a show called Difficult People. It's a pretty good show, and it's just been picked up for a second season.
You know who his roommate was, don't you?
No.
Robin Lord Taylor,
Nice.
Penguin from Gotham.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and just to keep it wrapping back around itself again, you know who's in a new Hulu series?
Oh yeah, yep.
A friend of the show, Victoria Cartagena. She's in Aaron
Yes.
Paul's new series.
Yep.
What's she? Oh, she's on.
It's called The Path. The Path. Yes.
I did not know that.
Definitely gonna have to check that out.
I was bugging her for months, like, I know you're working with something. What is it? Tell me. She's like, I'll tell you later. And then she tweets. And I'm like, okay.
Aha, now I know.
Yes.
No, but that should be pretty exciting to see.
But yeah, I've been really Man in the High Castle. I've been wanting to see.
I saw that. I watched the first 3 episodes of that, and then I kept falling asleep through the 4th one, so I haven't got back to it.
That's what you do, though.
Yeah, I do. I start watching shows and I fall asleep about halfway through them pretty much every time.
If you make it halfway through.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. Other Anne Marie is going to give it one more shot. Angel says she's tried watching the 2nd season of Daredevil, but just can't get into it. I've watched the last 10 minutes of the 1st season of Daredevil, and that's all I've seen.
I watch things that nobody else watches, but have been on forever. So
you watch the Gilmore Girls every night.
No, I don't.
Over
I
and
finished
over
my
and over
rewatch
again.
of that. Thank you very much. I'm currently rewatching Downton.
When are you going to start the new rewatch?
The new rewatch of what?
Gilmore Girls.
No. I'm good until after the new episodes come out. Thank you very much. I am good.
That's fair.
Oi's with the oi.
What was that?
You muted
Oi with the
yourself.
oi.
Ah. Oi with the poodles already.
Okay, well, I guess I was waiting a couple minutes to see if anyone else showed up, but I guess no one else was going to show up. But okay, so I wrote a TV pilot, kind of aimed at in Amazon or Netflix or something like that, called Infinite Tina. The first episode is called "The Empty Place Where Love Should Be," and I just finished it. I finished the edit last night. And I have the first person to have read it here, which, by the way,
That's me.
Yeah, if you want to be a beta reader, anybody, just shoot me an email, bill@universebox.com, and I'll hit up a script over your way. But Anne Marie, you've read my pilot. You wouldn't tell me what you thought about
I wouldn't tell you too much, and then you kept pestering me, so I did tell you things.
But minus 1 or 2 minor points. But you wouldn't tell me too much.
Yeah.
Until this live stream. So,
right, because it's more fun for me that way.
So what did you think of Infinite Tina? Well, you know what? Actually, I should probably just go ahead and give the
tell
pitch.
people. Yeah, give the pitch, please.
Okay, so Infinite Tina, it's basically a quantum leap in the multiverse. This girl named Tina Infantino, she has a really bad day. She finds this phone in her dresser, and this phone gives her access to the multiverse. And she starts kind of tripping through all these alternate realities, becoming different versions of herself. It's a very high concept, very almost procedural, I guess, because
a little bit.
Every episode will be a completely different setting, a completely different story, just like Quantum Leap.
Yep.
But that's the basic premise. And in the pilot episode, she transitions into a world where everybody in America at least has the ability to read minds, and it's also kind of a retro sort of society.
Yeah, kind of, but not completely.
Yeah, not completely.
It was
a bit of a twist. Yeah, but it's kind of like a very 50s nuclear family kind of
but not
society, except for wives-ish, but not. But so what did you think, Anne-Marie?
I like it. I mean, everything considered, I helped you concept the entire thing, so there's that.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit biased, but no, I really enjoyed I enjoyed Tina. I enjoyed most of the main characters. I've already voiced my opinions on the one I don't really particularly like, but you like that I don't like them, so whatever. I like all the flashbacks. I don't typically like.
Well, why don't you describe some of them to people?
Well, there's one that goes back to a college theater class, so that's fun because I read it in the person's voice because I knew exactly who it was.
Yeah, the professor's very much based on our professor from college.
From college. I could see everybody, like, this is just how I think of it. It's like, I could see probably all but one character in my mind reading it, and they weren't really described, just based on the little descriptions we do get, because you don't really go into what people look like in any of your directions. I don't know, so my brain automatically already pictured them. Of course, I picture myself as Tina, because that's what you do when you read things. No, I don't know. I feel like I had points earlier, but most of my points we already talked about, and you didn't want me to talk about.
Well, no, I didn't say I didn't want you to talk about them. No, you can talk about them because
there's one character I don't like, and I feel like a lot of people won't like them, and not just because of what the character is.
Yeah. I mean, you can get a little spoilery if you want. That's fine. Like
No.
No.
I'm good. Ask me direct questions.
You don't want to go there?
I don't want to go there.
Okay. Who was your favorite character in the thing? Tina?
Yeah.
Like, what did you like about her?
I like her sass. I like her attitude. I like the way she handled the situation. However, I thoroughly enjoyed all the flashes in her head, basically, of past transitions.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed, like, she was a quick thinker. Like, she had to figure out a way to block the mind reading thing, and I enjoy the way she blocked it. So, there you go.
Very cool. What did you think of Vicky? Because the smartphone that she uses to traverse the multiverse is named Vicky, and it very much has a personality all her own.
I absolutely loved the guest setting. The guest setting that they did, and that she completely missed the entire thing.
Yeah.
That she's supposed to be the guiding force, and she didn't guide a Gerstern thing. She was like, "Okay, are you ready for your adventure?" And she's like, "I did that already. Get me out of here." So I enjoyed that. I mean, she didn't have a huge role, so a lot of it was the search for her.
Well, part of it too,
I don't know what is spoiler and what's not spoiler.
No, you can say whatever, because I mean, it's not like, people are interested in this because they don't know about it. So
okay.
But let's see.
Sorry, I feel like I don't know it.
No, but I mean, I don't think plot point would be a spoiler at this point.
Gotcha.
Let's see here. Because it's kind of the pilot functions as it has the origin story in it, but it's not really an origin story. It's kind of Tina has been doing this for a couple months now, or a few months now, and so she's been on a lot of different adventures. But then throughout the course of the story, she has to kind of reveal her origin story. So what did you think of kind of the setup and all that kind of stuff?
I like the origin. I like the origin story because I didn't know it. You'd never given me any indication of the way that went down. And if you did, I forgot about it.
Basically what happens...
I was getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
Is she breaks up with her boyfriend, and her parents have basically given her an ultimatum. You're either going to do X or you're going to do Y. And you're going to do X. That's not really a choice. You don't really have a choice. And she's packing and finds Vicky in her zebra bra, which she gets judged for by a phone. And I don't know. I like that Vicky's like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do now. I was made specifically for you, and you just sort of go, how did the phone get there? But she doesn't really question it, which I think is kind of fun because she's just like, what, my life's already flipped upside down. Let's go.
My life got flipped, turned upside down.
I also enjoy she was presented with a wall of text and just hit accept. I was like, that is my life. I do that every time there's an update on anything. Scroll. Where do I click accept and so we can update and move on and all that.
I also will say that Michael Lucero, another one of our constant listeners, does get a little bit of a shout out.
He does get a name check.
Yeah, there's there's a strategy that Tina uses to overcome the mind control or the mind reading people. And it involves singing a jingle from a car dealership called Lucero Auto. So
I like that. I actually expected more Easter eggs.
did you?
I expected more Easter eggs.
Well, I'm sure if
It gets picked up to series.
if it gets picked up to series or something, there will be more Easter eggs. But the reason I wanted to discuss it, one, I want some more beta readers on it. I want some more eyes on it. So, like I said, if you want to read it, Bill at universebox.com. I'll send you a copy. And I'd also like to do a streamed live reading before I submit it to the places I'm going to be submitting it to, to kind of, workshop it a little bit. So if you'd be interested in that, in playing a character, go ahead and shoot me an email too. Let's see. What are the main characters? We have Tina Infantino.
Tina, John, was that his name?
Jack, who's kind of this 40s
Jerk.
kind of jerk for the most part.
He's a jerk.
Very like think the dad from the Wonder Years at his worst moments.
Really? Not how I pictured him.
Not how you pictured him?
Nope, not at all.
That's fair.
Not at all. I mean, no, I actually pictured him a little older than that.
Yeah. Then there's Andre,
who I never actually pictured as being Jack's friend at all. I saw. Oh my goodness, this is exactly what I pictured. Fuller House, Kimmy's husband. That's what I pictured with Andre.
I can totally. That's a completely correct interpretation.
That was Andre.
That's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
And then there's Lana Kincaid, who's a therapist or a counselor at a government agency that kind of deals with the metaphysical, supernatural kind of aspects of things. Very strong-headed. Very business by the book. And then there's what's her name?
Georgette,
yes.
I hate Georgette.
Yeah, but I'm just gonna say that she's very much modeled on the Georgette character from Mary Tyler Moore Show. So if
a little ditzy, she's pretty ditzy. She's a little more ditzy than I'd like even.
And Vicky the phone, who's very much a smart aleck, very very snarky, sort of thing.
Snark.
So if you'd like to play any of those parts in our live reading, let me know too. Over in the chat room, let's see here. Angel T says, it sounds awesome. Multiverse is always particularly interesting. Bobby says, well, Bobby's here.
He's here, but he's not here.
Okay, I've always enjoyed multiverse
away.
stories, Elseworlds, What If, and Exiles and Sliders. And then Angel T says, I just enjoy the concept of the different possibilities that are out there, and every choice creates a new universe. There's actually a big speech about that.
There is
in the thing.
There is. Bobby's messing with his camera.
And there's Bobby. Where's Bobby? Bobby.
No.
Lady J doesn't know. He's just waving.
What do you think, Lady J? Does it sound fun? Does it sound interesting?
It sounds interesting. It just may not be my my medium. Yeah. I like, as soon as he said Quantum Leap, I'm like, oh no.
You don't like Quantum Leap?
I was never really like particularly interested in it. I think I tried giving it a few college tries and it just hasn't really stuck. But I'm more interested in this as far as a showrunner aspect and learning from that and hearing about that. Yeah, that's something I'm very much interested in learning. I mean, I've got a couple of books that I've been reading, but I'm looking at it more of a technical and logistical standpoint of how do in like everything, the ins and outs, that maybe books can't tell me.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to know how I went about this whole process,
it's been about 20 years.
No, it's been about a year and a half because basically.
Oh, that's right. Tina's only that was Dog Boy. That would be about 20 years now.
Yeah, but I have 100,000 word book of Infinite Tina written right now. I don't have it edited or anything, but it's basically the first like 5 adventures. Kind of serialized out. But then I got through writing all that, and I realized, and because some advice from some people who have worked with companies like Amazon and stuff, they gave to me, I realized, I was trying to write this book as a TV series, as in a book, so I could self-publish and kind of push it out how I've done Dog Boy and everything. And then I realized, why don't I just write it as a TV series and try and sell the script?
Yep.
But I mean, like I said, I have basically the first season written already, and I just kind of adapted that into the pilot script. And I also have a series Bible, which has the first 5 seasons or so laid out.
I was about to say that's kind of what I'm in developing for Murphy. Is I've been working on kind of developing the series Bible. I already have projected out how long I want the series to run, no more than about 7 seasons. I only want 6 to about 9 episodes a season. I can maybe stretch as far as 12, but
that's a really long TV series. Or book series.
7 seasons and 12 episodes at max.
Yeah.
I'm not looking for this to be a long-running American model, and I don't like the American model of television. I've really come to appreciate like short seasons that you can maybe digest in a day and a half if you're really gung-ho for it. And I've come to the conclusion of which episodes are going to be repeated through the season because it's a fast food joint, so there's things you expect. Mystery shoppers, health inspector, and the reviews. Everyone loves the evaluations that you get every year. So that there's an episode of that in there. So we have some familiarity and comfort. And I've been spending most of my time getting to know my main 5 characters, and I've come to realize I hate their general manager as much as they do.
Well, that's a good sign. That's definitely a good sign. But, very good, very good. And that's kind of my approach with Tina too. Is that I want to do like 5 episode seasons or so, but each it's like one solo story and then 2 two-parters set in the same world.
It's kind of like Sherlock, where you have like these really meaty episodes, and then like we're waiting years for the next season.
Well,
Hopefully
definitely.
we're not waiting years.
I'm gonna take 20. Every season we'll have a 20-year break in between.
Whole new casting every time.
And I'll come back after the 20 years, do one episode that does a really cool concept, but doesn't really add to the overall storyline except for the last 5 minutes.
Oh, the Christmas special.
Yeah, exactly.
So basically, we'll just you hire a new set of writers for the writers' room each time that'll just sit there and throw darts at the dartboard and figure out which looks good today.
Yep, pretty much.
But it will star Benedict Cumberbatch as Infinite Tina.
There you go.
That's all you need.
I have had enough of Benedict Cumberbatch. I almost don't want to watch Doctor Strange. I was hoping for Ewan McGregor.
I was hoping for Oscar Isaacs.
Who?
Oscar Isaacs.
I could see that. Anyone but Benedict Cumberbatch. I just it's like I don't hate the guy. I've just had enough of him.
Yeah.
He's everyone. Kind of everywhere.
Yeah. Okay.
I wanted Weird Al as Doctor Strange. That would have been nice. So, Bobby, after we've given the Infinite Tina presentation, do you have any thoughts? Because I mean, I kind of gave you the short pitch when you came over here back in August, I think.
I do remember. Yes. First of all, I just want to say that I do, Lady J, I forgive you for not liking Quantum Leap. It was a very late 80s, early 90s show, so I will forgive you for that, but it is awesome and it is great, so.
Revisit it.
I'm sorry?
I'm telling her to revisit it.
Oh.
Go watch the episode where he's the space monkey. That's all I'm going to say.
Or anything where he's a woman.
Or the episode where he goes back to stop Lee Harvey Oswald from killing Kennedy.
That is a fantastic 3-parter for sure.
Yeah, it was episodes. But anyway, I'm sorry. It sounds very interesting. I'm very into multiverse things. I definitely want to read it, so shoot that over.
You're on the mailing list.
Okay. I'm sure that was probably a given, though.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, obviously, if there's a part in there for me to read, I'll do that as well.
Okay, you know what? I think there might be a part for you, Bobby. I'm going to let Anne-Marie cast it. Anne-Marie's my casting director.
It depends on who else wants to read, because we only need 2 guys.
Yeah, that's true.
No, 3 guys.
Yeah, well, there are like those are the main characters, the people we mentioned, but there are some ancillary parts too. So I feel like
He's not ancillary though, but I don't know which
Yeah.
one he is.
see, I don't know. I think
I hate to
Bobby's
say he has to be Jack.
no. I was gonna say I think Bobby's too nice to be Jack.
I think he's too nice to be Jack, but he's not smarmy enough to be Andre.
It's hard to say. Hard to say. Well, you know what?
I don't picture him as the dark, like the black hair and the smarmy and the accent. I don't see that because it's Bobby,
What part do you think I should play?
the director.
Yeah, I'm the stage directions.
Yeah,
definitely.
you're the stage directions. You don't get a real part.
I'll be the stage directions and any ancillary male characters like
Riley.
Riley and Delroy.
Oh, Delroy.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone really follows the thread of me dropping the name Tim Delroy into things,
Everywhere.
but there's a character named Tim Delroy.
Yeah. Yeah, there's that.
But yeah, it should be fun. It should I think doing a live reading on the old Hangouts or something would be a really fun thing to do, and kind of it would be nice to get it up on its feet kind of before I send it off to Amazon.
Yeah.
And Blacklist and stuff like that.
Good times.
It would be good stuff.
It'd be cool. Have you heard of like the Blacklist readings?
I don't know if I've heard of I've heard of Blacklist. I don't know if I've heard of Blacklist readings.
There's a podcast called Blacklist Readings where they take the scripts from the Blacklist and whatnot, and have people like Paul Scheer, June Diane Raphael, Rob Hubel. They have people like that read the scripts, but do it almost as a radio play with stage direction and sound effects and different things like that.
Oh, that would
See, that's fun.
Like I would love that.
Uh-huh.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be kind of awesome, yeah.
And I know Anne Marie was talking about looking for podcasts before, so there's another one.
I like it because every single one that's been recommended, I've downloaded one episode and I'm just going through them this week because I'm like, I need something new. I've listened to like the same 5 podcasts on and off for the past couple years, and I'm like, okay, guys, I can only deal so many of the same.
With the Blacklist table reads, they've done I think 4 or 5 different scripts, and each one they'll break it into 3 or 4 different episodes.
Okay.
And then they'll also re-release it as just a whole one at the end. But then at the end of it, they also interview, or I think they do it at the end of each one, but I know they do it at least once or twice, interview the writer of said Blacklist script.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that would be fun, and that's definitely one of the places I'm targeting
Is it?
with this.
I don't know what Blacklist scripts is.
Blacklist, it's basically I think it's like $25 for a month, and you basically post your script, and it's pretty much guaranteed to be read by agents and industry professionals and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yes. Mm-hmm.
So, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to submit over to Amazon, which the guy who taught me how to screenwrite, basically. He had a series produced by Amazon.
Oh, really?
And Gordon McGibbon's Life on Normal Street.
Yes.
And he just has kind of been putting out there on Twitter, and he'd mentioned to me several times, that they're looking for hour-long dramas right now, which is part of the reason I kind of got off my butt. Yeah, and finally I wrote the Tina pilot script. But I'm going to submit for that, and they have 45 days to approve or reject.
Okay.
And so I figure, but it's not exclusive. So what I'm going to do is halfway through that
45
period,
days, yeah.
I'm going to submit over to Blacklist and maybe get some agents interested. So.
That would be lovely.
This is weird, too, because it's kind of like...
The first time you're vocalizing all this?
Well, yeah, but it's also a world I used to be really...
Into?
Steeped in, because I lived in LA. I worked at Acme Literary Agency as a script reader. Basically, people would send in scripts. I would read scripts like the one I'm trying to send out now, and I kind of write a little book report on them called Coverage, and approve or reject them. And I was working out there I was working out there doing that, and I was doing some other stuff, but I was also trying to make it as a screenwriter. I actually did make a sale back in those days, but that didn't pan out because I had to come back right when things were starting to really heat up. So it's definitely an interesting to kind of dipping my toes back in the water after being self-published for the past couple of years and kind of dealing with that world.
Yeah,
So,
I think you need the non-self-published world.
Yeah.
I'm not enough promotions for your things. I try, but I've saturated the market. People are sick of me sharing things.
People are sick of Dog Boy.
Well, yes.
I actually still have one Dog Boy book left to write.
No, you don't.
Well, at some point I do.
No, you don't. Not a fan. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
I've read them all.
I like that you hated Dog Boy and you like Tina.
Oh, I don't
kinda cool.
like Tina. I love Tina.
I will say,
But I helped, come up with it. I came up with half the worlds. So there's that.
I will say that anyone interested in reading Infinite Tina, because it's
The book?
The screenplay, but I guess the book too. But versus Dog Boy, which was kind of PG, maybe dancing over PG-13, there is a ton of cursing in this. There's a ton of sexual innuendo in this. There's a ton of
This
everything
is not
in this.
meant for NBC.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So if that kind of stuff bothers you,
You might not want to read it.
yeah, you might not want to read it. Just as a fair warning.
Well, fair.
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 So Bobby,
Yes.
do you have Molnir within your reach?
Hold on.
He does.
That's fantastic.
Bobby's going for the mystical. Nice.
Baby Mona.
So small, only you can lift it. Very nice. I like that you had that right at the ready though.
It'd be cooler if I had it just like right there.
Yeah, you're like, bloop. Well, now
Right.
that's where it's going to have to live. So
No,
that you're
actually,
ready.
I think it would have been better if you just pulled it out of your beard.
I just trimmed that today.
Did you? Well, that's why it wasn't in there.
My friend was like, "Hey, you're starting to look like Zach Galifianakis." And I was like, "Okay,
Oh.
trim the beard."
And you're like, problem? Yeah, Angel asked us in the chat room, so it's more of an FX or HBO show. I'd say even HBO over FX. Like,
yeah, definitely HBO over FX.
there's a fair amount of F-bombs.
Yeah.
Fair amount.
Yep. You got to pay for that stuff.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for the F-bombs.
You got to pay for those F-bombs.
Exactly.
You can't just like drop them wherever you want.
15 cents an F-bomb.
So,
3 for 30 cents.
really
Yeah.
interesting.
Anne-Marie,
Bill.
you pick the next topic.
Oh, I'm so bad at this game.
I like this game, though, because you're so bad at it. It's fun.
But then I'm random. I feel really weird tonight.
That's because you haven't
No,
drank
no
enough.
pressure.
I haven't drank enough. I finished off the other bottle before opening this bottle.
Okay, you know what? Swerve, Bobby, you pick the topic.
Yay!
Okay. Have you listened to any of those podcasts yet?
Yes,
Sam?
I have. Yes,
Which ones?
I listened to Beautiful Anonymous, and I absolutely loved it. I listened to. It was about Sinatra. I can't remember what it was called though. Stuff you. It was the one about pop culture, but like things in the past that you should remember. Hold on, where's my Twitter feed?
You must remember this.
Yes, you must remember this. Yes, I just finished that one before we went on. I enjoyed that, but Sinatra, so of course I like huge Rat Pack person. Yeah, because I got recommendations from you, from one of my 3-day people, and from Michael Lucero, and I just went and downloaded one of each of them.
Right.
So, let me see, what did I do? Yeah, I did the You Must Remember This and Beautiful Anonymous. So yes, I listened to both of yours. Thoroughly enjoy. I couldn't remember who recommended them all. I was like, who's sending me things? Because I listened to the Rand Baby today.
Rand Baby.
That.
You didn't listen? Oh, that was the newest one on Beautiful Anonymous.
Oh, I haven't. I haven't caught up on those yet. I've only listened to the first 2 or 3. But
Okay.
after listening to the first one, I just like fell in love with it. It's it's like oh God, what was the name of it, Bill? The one you did that you only did like 6 episodes of.
Old Wide Web?
Yeah, no. Hey, you, what's up?
Oh, hey, you, what's
That's
up?
why when you said it, I was like, oh, that's fun. We sort of used to do that thing.
Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but it wasn't.
Oh,
It wasn't.
Yeah,
was more than-
I mean, it's akin to that, but
Yeah.
it's not. It goes, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's
totally
somebody
goes
just
into left field from there.
absolutely. This one just went like all over the place. This guy who's 27 who sounded like he honestly was probably 45 because
Yeah,
he
he didn't
sounded
sound 27.
he did not sound 27, but he was just so like hating his job. He had literally sat in his car and ate a yogurt, which we heard about 6 times that he ate this yogurt before getting through to call on the podcast. Like, so basically for an hour and a half, he wasn't at his desk doing his work and not on his lunch break or anything. He said he's been trying to get fired for months. We were trying to suss out why he was so depressed and how to make him do these things. And like, this guy was the best therapy ever. I'm like, I kind of want to call, but now that I know people I know listen to it, I can't call because it won't be anonymous because they know my voice. So,
Oh.
Use a
Ew.
voice masker.
yeah, please let me do that.
Yeah, call him Bane.
Call what?
Colin is Bane.
As Bane.
Yes. But no, it was so good.
Surely I am anonymous.
I could bust out an accent. That would be lovely then, wouldn't it?
No.
No, probably not. I couldn't keep it up for the entire hour, though I've tried before. Yeah, I'll stop now.
Pip pip. I'm offensive to British people.
Right? See, I have this problem with accents, sidebar. We were in line for test track, and the people behind us were from England. I have this thing, and I can blame my mother for it, and she will gladly take it. She would talk in accents to us all the time, so we would all talk in accents back. We're weird. But now whenever I hear an accent, I instantly pick it up and start talking in it, whether I know it or not. And I have to consciously not talk in the accent, which is really a problem because I watch a lot of British television. You can always tell what I've been watching by how I speak. So yeah, I had to talk to the children and be very careful not to talk to them in accents. And when I was at high school, I was staying with my grandmother, and she had a person else, like her friend from England was there, and it took everything in my power, every fiber of my being, not to talk in a British accent to this woman. It was painful. It was a painful 3 days.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Breaking news.
Uh-oh.
Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island is at an exclusive screening of the final episode of The People vs. O.J. Simpson.
Why is this breaking news? Stop following her. That's weird.
I follow Mary Ann from Gilligan's Island on Twitter.
Yeah, you do.
It's important.
You're weird.
It's
I
important.
was always more of a Marianne than Ginger.
Well, I was always marrying more than Ginger, too.
I was always more of a coconut. That's what we called ourselves. Fans of the coconuts on Gilligan's Island.
Seriously?
Yeah. I was a cocoa nut.
You can do anything with a coconut, according to Gilligan's Island.
That's
You
very
can.
true.
You can. You can build a nuclear reactor with a coconut.
Right.
Exactly.
Nice.
But you can't get off the damn island.
Unless you have the help of the Harlem Globetrotters. Don't forget.
What an era.
The most magical era of television.
That's fantastic.
Seriously.
Oh, my goodness.
Gilligan's Island. Lady J, who was your favorite character on Gilligan's Island?
I've watched Gilligan's Island, and I have to say, if I'm going to pick one, I might as well just pick Marianne.
Marianne.
Marianne?
Woohoo!
Fair enough.
So this is Team Marianne.
Yeah, we have a Marianne consensus here almost.
We never get a consensus on anything. Anything.
Well, I mean, to be fair, Marianne was like the most...
Normal?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Yes, she
Yeah,
was.
And she made those great pies, too.
Yeah.
The coconut cream pies.
Of course they were coconut.
Well, that's all they had.
That's all they had. That's all they had.
Why did they never have the scene of Gilligan and the skipper going out hunting on the island and like bagging a tiger or something like that?
There's tigers on islands?
I guess.
I feel like that's not a thing.
Where else would tigers come from?
I don't know.
I don't know where tigers come from.
I would guess there's animals on islands. I mean, there's got to be some animals on islands.
Well,
I guess
there's animals, but
like Hawaii's an island.
yeah, that's true.
I'm sure there's some kind of beast on there.
Angel T in
I'm
the
not
chat.
familiar with Hawaii. So.
Angel T in the chat room brings up a really good point. The Harlem Globetrotters seem to be able to do anything based on television in the 70s.
True.
Yeah, definitely.
That's very, very true. Yep.
Definitely. They can do no wrong. I mean, they helped out Scooby-Doo.
To be roo.
They helped turn Gilligan's Island into a hot swinging resort.
Didn't they have their own cartoon show?
I think they did have a cartoon show.
I think they did.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest cartoon you remember, Bill?
The weirdest cartoon I remember? Wasn't there one where the Happy Days gang helped out like an alien, or there was like an alien with the Happy Days gang?
Well, in the 70s, every TV show had a cartoon where they had an alien. And in fact, you could even go into the 80s because Punky Brewster had a cartoon with an alien.
Yes, that weird magical cat thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe even Gary Coleman.
Glomer was his name.
Who?
Glomer, I think, was the cat.
I think so. Nice pull, Bill.
Thank you. I have it all right up here.
It's a wealth of useless knowledge up there.
But the two weirdest cartoons that come to mind for me are, there was a cartoon named, I believe it was Hot Rod Teen, or Teen Hot Rod or something like that, where it was some kid who had crossed into some laser beams in a scientist's lab, to where now whenever his body temperature rose or he got upset, he would turn into a hot rod.
Nice.
Wow. Wow.
Such a common plot device in the 80s and cartoons and everything, though. Just like a teenager coming across like a laser that like does something to them.
I wrote a book when I was in 3rd grade about it. We all had to write a book for an assignment, and I wrote a book about some unicorn crossing over into a laser and becoming Super You.
Nice.
That is awesome.
You know what else? One of my favorite series that used that plot device was a live-action syndicated TV series in the 80s starring Jerry O'Connell called My Secret Identity. Which was great because he gets in the first season, he gets hit by the laser beam and he can kind of fly and kind of has a little bit of limited super strength, and then just kind of progresses from there. But he has this really maybe inappropriate relationship with this professor in his neighborhood. It's a really entertaining series for sure.
No, I remember the show.
Hope is so sorry she forgot about the hangout tonight. You know what I'm
Still
going to do?
She texted you?
She texted me. Hold on. I'm going to call her.
Oh, don't do that to her. She's probably no, it's 10 o'clock. She's not at work.
Yeah, she's not at work.
She can't be at work.
He's probably just leaving work or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, here,
I was
let's
going
see.
to say, well, she was at the Sherlock convention this weekend. She's not going to answer.
She might. She just texted me.
She
Angel,
might.
if it was really weird, then you wouldn't remember watching it.
I don't remember the
It'd just
weirdest
be like
version.
some weird fever dream.
Yeah.
Hold on. Hope's still on.
Hello?
Hey, what's up, Hope?
Oh, nothing much. I'm guessing I'm probably on the hangout right now, aren't I?
Yeah, you are.
You
Sorry.
definitely
That is a very good guess.
Hi. Oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot about it tonight.
Why?
Wah, wah.
You could still hop in.
I know. I just, I don't know. I have so much to write because I was gone all weekend, so I don't have any of my writing done for the week.
Wait, hey,
So-
well, you know what, Hope? No excuses.
What?
We got maybe 15 minutes left in this thing. It's already halfway out of gas. Hop in the hangout. We promise you'll be out in 15 minutes. Plenty of time to do writing.
All right. Well, give me a second. I need to get to a quiet place because everybody in my house is watching the basketball March Madness championship, so there's no quiet places in my house. But actually, I'm standing outside. This might be the best time to do it.
See, the thing is, though, I would just keep you on the phone right now, but
No one else can really.
you can't hear anybody else. Everyone can hear you, but you can't hear anybody else, and it's just not the same. So go find a hiding place from the March Madness, get into the April fun, and hop in the hangout, okay?
All right. I'll do what I can.
Do what you can. What you can do is hop in the hangout.
He's had
I have
one.
faith in you.
Is the link just in my email? Just FYI.
There is not a link in your email. There will be soon.
He'll send it
All
over.
right. Thank you.
Okay.
I yell into the
Bye.
mic as if she can hear me. I'm like, no, Amory. More
I wanted to mention the other weird cartoon was, do you remember Rebecca Johnson?
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey! Hey!
There went 15 minutes. Huh. We'll be on for another hour. Yay!
What's up, Rebecca? But sorry, Rebecca, we'll get to you in a second. Actually, Bobby was just about to mention a weird cartoon.
Do you remember Mighty
Time
Man?
for another cartoon. Sorry.
Remember Mighty Man?
Mighty Man?
I'm not sure. It sounds familiar.
It was a guy in a polyester suit that would turn into an inch-high superhero who, had the same powers as Superman, like Mighty Mouse or something.
Mm-hmm.
But then his sidekick was a 6-foot-tall dog that wore a doghouse on his head, where all you could see was his eyes through the doghouse. And his power was he would take the doghouse off, and he was so ugly that it would make the bad guys pass out.
That is incredible.
Wow.
Absolutely incredible. I need to. I remember. What was it? Inch-Eye Private Guy or Inch-Eye Super Guy?
Inch-Eye Private Eye.
Inch-Eye Private Eye.
Wow.
I do remember that for
Teeny
sure.
tiny super guy.
Rebecca Johnson from Supergirl Radio, who
What's
just
up?
joined us.
Hey.
What's up?
Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Good. 'Cause I know Google Hangout has not been my friend before.
Well, it's your friend tonight.
Well,
So.
good.
So, what's the weirdest cartoon you remember?
From your childhood.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
There was one that I used to watch all the time in the morning, and I forget what it was called. It started with a B. It was about a cat, I think. I can't remember, like Bonkers or something.
Bonkers was a Disney afternoon show that they replayed in the morning.
I might be able to do the
That might
entire
be-
theme song from memory.
No, you can't.
Maybe.
I remember loving it. I don't know if it was weird.
Bonkers.
Yeah, totally nuts. Bonkers.
Oh,
No
is
ifs,
it
ands,
this?
or buts. Bonkers. Yeah, we're starting the show. Yeah, baby, gotta go, go, go. Bonkers. Something.
No lie. He sings part of that all the time.
Yeah,
always-
it was Bonkers. Yeah.
He always is going bonkers, totally nuts.
Yeah, but it was basically like sort of a Roger Rabbit premise where it was humans and cartoon characters living in the same world kind of thing. Yeah, I remember that one.
Wasn't he a cop or something?
Yeah, he was a cop.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
I used to love it. I watched it all the time.
I think some of my issues of Disney Adventures over here on this bookshelf probably have some Bonkers comics in them.
Oh, I'm
Hand me a
sure
stack
there
of them, I'll
are
find
Bonkers
one.
in there.
Here you go. Find one. There's
Because
way
see,
too
I
many.
have like almost an entire collection of Disney Adventures books.
That's cool.
We have way too many of these. 'cause-
I remember when I came over, you were saying that you were having those come in the mail or whatnot.
Yeah, and they finally came. Like, there's a Lion King cartoon or a comic.
Oh no, I
strip.
win. The X-Files, Timon and Pumbaa's Alien Encounter, The Mulder Mystery, 5 real-life X-Files.
Here's a Gargoyles comic.
Ooh.
Oh God, I love gargoyles.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Talk about a mashup here. Okay, so we've got Aladdin, one of the monkeys from The Jungle Book, the raccoon from Pocahontas. Miko, thank you. I literally saw it once and I hated it, so I never watched it again.
I have
Timon and Sabrina, the Teenage Witch,
Nice.
all on the cover. A Magic TV ride.
You know what I think about that?
Oh, oh good God.
Also, Toy Story Secrets.
Toy Story Secrets.
Toy Story.
I think we
Dumb
figured
dumb.
out. I think we figured out all those secrets by now.
Yeah,
One
definitely.
would hope. Ooh, I've got a 3D issue.
Nice. Does it have the 3D glasses still?
Doubtful, but who knows?
We were talking about Birds of Prey earlier, and I actually found my DVD set.
Nice.
I have that.
Nice.
Oh, the old.
And yeah, and it comes with Gotham Girls.
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah, that's right.
What's Gotham Girls?
Okay, this is relevant to you people. Hanging with
You
the
people?
X-Men.
You people.
You people that understand comic books.
I
Okay.
think
This
that's
is
like
all
a
relevant.
racial slur or something. I don't know that you can say that. That's not politically correct. You can't just say you people.
My
loaded
bottle of
term.
wine says otherwise.
Hey,
Rebecca.
we haven't done this there.
Hope's
Okay.
here.
So
Oh,
it's hanging with the X-Men, and it says super symbols. Think you know every superhero's trademark? Check your symbol sense on these superhero emblems. Answers on page 118. I honestly think I could do most of these, and that's pretty stinking rotten impressive. So who do we have? Let's see. We have Batman, Captain America, Daredevil. What's the one with the 4? I don't know.
Fantastic Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
That
Fantastic Four.
But it makes it out to be that it should be a 1 person, not a 4 person.
Fan-four-stick as a...
Okay, sure. Wonder Woman, Superman, Flash. Is the R Robin?
Yes.
Yeah, the R's
Yeah.
Robin.
That's awful. That's an awful logo. Spider-Man. What's the X in a circle? X-Men?
Yeah.
That's my guess.
X-Men?
I don't know.
It's the wheel from Professor Xavier's
Ooh,
wheelchair.
this must be Thor, but that's not anything Thor I've ever seen. It's a hammer like coming at you. And then
at
Green
you.
Lantern, yes, coming at you.
Okay, so Hope has joined us.
I just wanted to share. I'm sorry. I thought
How's
it
it
was
going,
relevant.
Hope?
Hi, Hope.
Hey, Hope.
Hi ho.
She might still be getting her AV squad stuff together.
Babies.
So, Rebecca, did you went and saw Batman v Superman for the 8th time tonight?
I did. I'm trying to get all the use out of my ultimate ticket that I can.
Oh, yeah, because you have that ticket where you can go as much as you want to, right?
Yeah, I can go once a day for as long as the movie's out, and I can go see it in any format as long as it's at a Regal cinema. So
That's pretty awesome.
I've noticed the 2D showings. There is a significant difference in being able to see as much of the screen, because when you go to the 2D stuff, like when the newscasts are on, like the CNN newscasts where they have like hashtag Superman hearings, like part of that is cut off at the bottom.
Oh.
Whereas like when you go see it in IMAX, like you can see the full screen, of course.
Oh, wow.
So there is a deficit when you go see it in 2D. So I'm gonna try to keep going to see it in IMAX. So
What was something new you learned about the film seeing it the 8th time?
well, I finally saw. Well, see, now that I've seen it so many times, I'm looking for like the little details. So today I noticed that when Clark Kent is at the Daily Planet, his Daily Planet ID badges are on top of his keyboard, and I thought that was really cute.
Nice.
And I've also been kind of contemplating Lex Luthor a little more, because he talks about the problem of evil, and I think that's really ironic for him because he ends up becoming the most evil character in the story. So I think that's really fascinating, and of course all the the Jesus allegory, and I've been kind of thinking about that, about how today I made the connection that if Superman is Christ, then maybe Batman is Saul of Tarsus who becomes Paul. And so I've been kind of thinking more a little more deeply about some of the things that are going on now that I know kind of all the story, and just little things like that. Yeah,
We're talking about Batman versus Superman. I came in at a terrible time, didn't I?
No.
How's it going?
Have you not seen it? I'll shut up then.
No, I have no urge to see this movie.
Oh, yay! Someone else who shares my displeasure.
The only thing I wanted to see from Batman vs. Superman was I wanted to see Jason Momoa run around for 2 hours without a shirt on. And I heard he was only in the movie for about a minute, and I found a gift set on Tumblr, so I'm good.
Jason who?
See, I was only wanting to see this
Aquaman.
for Wonder Woman.
Thank you.
I only wanted to see it for Wonder Woman, and I have all the gift sets I ever need from this movie. So
See, call me
She was beautiful.
crazy and daft, but I wanted to see it for Superman and Batman.
I did want to see Batfleck because I love all of the Batfleck.
See, I'm not a big Ben Affleck fan, and I can't stand Superman, so...
I have always loved Affleck.
You know what, Hope? Sorry, we're going to kick you out of the hangout.
Don't kick her out.
So it was nice chatting with everybody.
I'm pretty sure one of my points the other day was I don't like Superman,
Yeah.
so...
Well, the thing is like, this isn't even really Superman. Like, in Man of Steel, they took away everything that made Superman Superman. He can destroy the world in a blink, but he's a Boy Scout, and they took away his Boy Scout mentality.
No.
Everything that makes Superman didn't exist yet.
whoa.
On my repeat viewing of Man of Steel, I actually found more of that in the character, Hope. But I do agree it still wasn't, especially going into Batman v Superman, I didn't feel the hope there. But I know also that the story is supposed to be that, the hope isn't there, I don't know, for some people. So, I mean, maybe in some way I don't know.
I work in a college.
Hey, guys! I want to move away into something less controversial. Okay,
Can I say one more
death
thing?
penalty. No.
Stop that!
So, like, I work in a comic book store, right? And every person, I have several customers that have come in and told me about, like, the movie. And every description they've given me has been a different description. So it's like they saw 5 different movies.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good movie. I'm not saying it was a terrible.
Yeah, I would encourage you to go see it because it's definitely an experience.
When
Like
it's
it's not
in the dollar theater, if I can find a good torrent.
There is a good torrent.
Hold on. I'm not even gonna waste a torrent.
Oh.
It was worth.
Wait, are you not liking this movie without having seen it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was worth seeing.
back away from Batman v
No.
Superman.
No, I'm very, very much a person that, like, I don't want to judge something until I've seen it. Like, I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't have any urge to see it, so I'm gonna wait till I can see it for free.
You know what I think we can all agree on? The legend.
My life.
Now, if it was Civil War, oh my God, I'm gonna be dehydrated from crying through that movie for 2 hours.
Oh, that movie I'm not going to see.
Yeah, I'm not gonna see that.
That's totally fine. I'll see
It
it
looked like it was
for you.
ripping off Batman v Superman.
Okay.
It looked like it was real. Oh.
Hold on. Hold
Okay.
on. I'll make this better. I'm not seeing Civil War either.
Nice. Lady J's with us.
I'll see it 3 times for you guys.
I think Batman v Superman is not a terrible movie. It's definitely worth seeing. I don't think it's pure hot garbage. I just don't agree with you.
Now, if it's pure hot Jason Momoa, I'll be all over this.
You know what? I think we can all agree that if it was eligible, that the Legends of Gotham coverage of Batman v Superman would receive at least a 95% rating on Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
totally pimped you guys out this weekend.
What's that?
I totally pimped you guys out this weekend because
Did
two
you?
of my friends, they're part of a podcast network and they do a Gotham show. I was like, hey, you should totally listen to the Legends of Gotham. And they're like, we haven't heard of that one, so you might have new listeners.
I've not heard of us.
What's their Gotham show? I might know it.
Their network is, let me pull this up because I should know this, but I don't off the top of my head. It's a T network, but they have it's Random T Podcasts, and they do shows for Gotham, Sleepy Hollow, like all sorts of things.
Is it just like do they have a specific name for it? Because I might know it
I'm
if you tell me the name. Because I
don't know off the top of my head, but they're Random T Podcasts.
Okay.
Random T podcast.
I keep abreast of all the Gotham podcasts because I like to know.
They're relatively new. So.
I like to know the people that are competition, but under us, but competition.
Stop that! Don't be that guy. Okay,
We're not
unrelated. As
worthy
I
of competition, Bill.
They're on the same playing field, but we're at the end goal. You know?
That's okay. I can always beat you in Star Wars podcasts, so.
go ahead. It's all yours.
The DC team of podcasts are the best podcasts as
They
far
are a
as.
DC TV podcast.
And I can name like 12 Star Wars podcasts.
Okay, all I was just trying to say is a new comic book store opened next to our eye doctor, and I went in there with London waiting for this guy over here, and this woman came up to us, and I was like, "This is hope. This is a hope." She talked to me. I was like, "It's like I'm talking to Hope." She's got a few inches on her, but that's Hope with blue hair, but it works. So I just wanted to share that I had a hope moment this week.
Are you sure it's not like my doppelganger?
No, definitely not your doppelganger. Had very similar personality and very good at engaging the small child cowering behind me.
Since you have a comic book store, there is a ongoing monthly Disney Princess comic, and it's fantastic. They're all dorks in this comic. Like, there's a moment where the fairies make Aurora a brand new dress, and it looks like shit because it's like 5 colors sewn together, and she's just like, "Oh my God, it's the most beautiful thing in the world!"
That is exactly something my daughter would say.
And like, it's absolutely adorable. The best joke in the whole thing is the Grand Duke walks in to talk to Cinderella, and he's like, "Oh, the people from the other countries are here. Cinderella, what is this?" And she has all her mice sitting on her, and she's like, "This is my advisory council." So yes, I highly suggest that this Disney Princess comic.
You know what else they have? They have a big Thunder Mountain Railroad comic book.
Yes, and it's so good. And they just started Haunted Mansion. It's Haunted Mansion's the current one.
Yes,
nice.
We were looking at that as well. It was nice. They had this entire setup in the front. Like, the very first thing was all kids comics, and it was arranged like little dudes who should not actually be touching a comic book through, I don't know, upper elementary. Like, it was aged properly by where their, like,
That's
vision
what we
would
do
be.
in our store.
I
Just
was, it
our
made me
shelf,
happy.
we make sure the little babies can't see the top of the shelf. So
Yeah. I mean, if you went back like 3 feet, there was a whole different, Harleys all by, woo, hello. But, yeah. So I just thought it was really interesting because he just kept pulling everything.
actually, I want to ask all the comic book people this. What do you think of the Suicide Squad reshoots? They're spending millions and millions of dollars on reshoots because it wasn't funny enough.
See,
Okay.
you know what? That story is out there. I think it's completely a rumor because there's no
Yeah,
substantial.
where did you get that source?
From Warner Brothers?
No, like
Where did it come from?
I've seen Variety and Hollywood Reporter also talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like several different things, guys. They're spending millions of dollars of
Yeah,
reshoots
about
because
10 million reshoots. And all I have to say is you have to go back and add fun to Suicide Squad, you're doing it wrong.
exactly, like I was like, you've already missed the point of the Suicide Squad if you're having to put fun back into it. They said that all their jokes were in the trailer, and that's why the trailer looked more funnier than it was. And so it's actually because of Deadpool that they're having to go back and make this movie funnier. And that came from from a producer at Warner Brothers.
I'm looking forward to Suicide Squad.
Me too.
too.
I'm definitely seeing it for a couple of different characters, but I think it's interesting that that's not the only time that I've heard fun being used with the DC universe. The director for Aquaman sat there and said, "My movie's going to be fun." Like,
Oh, thank God! I want to see fun Jason Momoa without a shirt on.
basically, they said to expect some sort of swashbuckling adventure. So we're like Aquaman of the Caribbean.
I think the word fun has become overused and conflated.
Okay.
Well,
Continue.
they're trying.
Yeah, I was like, continue with that.
I mean, I don't know where. I don't know. I've had a few too many to drink. I'm probably.
Bobby's having fun, overinflated fun right now.
Well, what?
I said Bobby's already having overinflated fun right now.
I don't understand this whole thing of like, oh, all the Marvel movies are fun and all the DC movies are grim. I don't understand that whole thing. I do think there has been merit to the reviews of them saying that they're, like it's more akin to Watchmen than Avengers. And if that's the movie that you want, then that's fine. I mean, it's just that's not what I was looking for I find it kind of ironic that Zack Snyder used Watchmen to like break down the whole superhero genre, the movie superhero genre, all of that, just the way that the comic did, and he did a great job of doing that. But I don't think I needed that from a Justice League movie or a pre-Justice League movie or whatnot.
I actually read a really good review saying that there's a difference between fun and enjoyable, and so this reviewer was saying that Watchmen, while it wasn't fun, quote unquote, like you were saying, it was still enjoyable. So he didn't find Batman vs Superman enjoyable.
Okay, like I said,
like a movie doesn't have to be funny to be enjoyable.
I thought it was a good movie.
You're totally allowed.
I just don't no, but this is what I'm saying. It was a good movie.
You have a fantastic beard
I didn't
today.
like it as a Batman Superman movie because I didn't like the portrayals. But here we are again going back to that.
You know what? Yeah, let's back away. Let's go back to Bobby's beard.
Yeah,
Bobby.
You have a fantastic beard today.
Bobby, do you use conditioner in your beard?
Yes.
I respect that. I absolutely respect that. Mine's trimmed today so you can't see very well. I condition too. I condition my beard. And my eyebrows. And I don't think there's any shame
You
in that.
condition your eyebrows?
Maybe a little.
What is wrong with you?
Just slightly. Just a little.
I mean, they are
Like that.
long. I reach over and yank gray hairs
I might
out of
have
it.
a Supergirl question.
I think we have
I
someone.
think we have an expert
I
with
just saw
us.
Rebecca's eyes light up.
Yeah, no, because
Supergirl.
because of let me lead into this really quick because of what's going to be happening with Arrow and who they're possibly killing off. And by they I mean I believe it was I want to say it was Variety. I'm not 100% sure because I follow them, the writers and editors on Twitter, but they asked Greg Berlanti for Supergirl's finale if they could expect anybody to die, and he said yes. So the question goes to who bites the bullet on Supergirl.
Ooh.
What do you think, Rebecca?
I don't know that they've foreshadowed anyone to die. That's a good question.
The only thing he said was, and this was something that was echoed by Melissa Benoist and Kyler Lee, was that to really pay attention to the 1920 because they're interconnected. One flows right into the other. So, I mean, whoever bites it clearly isn't a game changer. Otherwise, this was something that they would be toting in headlines. But it is someone who has been on the show.
I don't know. I mean, I would expect them to off Non at some point because they got to get rid of all the rest of the Kryptonians. I don't know. It's a good question.
The only character I could think of that would make a difference to the main cast, but it wouldn't be part of the main cast, would be maybe their mom.
Yeah, they could kill Helen Slater's character.
I was thinking that, and here's the thing: is they've released some photos from the upcoming episodes, and she's still very much in them. So it's, I don't know.
Well, it's not the end of the season yet either. So.
No, I know. So it's kind of very like.
Maybe that's something that happens, like, maybe that's like a cliffhanger season-ending thing, Because I mean, that would be a pretty dramatic thing.
Yes, and what you want to know, Supergirl still is not officially renewed for season 2.
I don't see. I think that's going to be renewed. I don't see them not renewing that.
What if they kill?
That was about to be my question. Be like, so when do we think that's getting renewed or not?
What do they kill?
I think it's currently the only CW show that doesn't have a renewal yet.
It's not CW.
It's not CW.
Oh, then I'm totally wrong
It's
about that.
CBS.
If this was CW, James Olsen would have died 6 episodes in.
And then he would have been back by then for the next 12 seasons.
And Alex would not have had the bulletproof vest, so when she got shot, like, another dead lesbian. Damn it!
What if they kill Superman? Oh wait, no, they never do that in any medium.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Goodness gracious. Michael Lucero asked, by the way, any idea when We're So Lost might be back?
Ha! It should have been this week. I told you.
It should have been.
But we decided to do this instead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, he can't hear me.
But we still have new episodes of We're So Lost coming out on the feed. We just haven't recorded any new ones.
Yeah, but
yet.
he's already been around for those.
Yeah.
That's old hat.
Yeah.
So June, May?
May, because the shows end in May, right?
Oh.
You know what?
Was that Rebecca who just squealed?
Oh no, it was me.
Oh, I couldn't tell the squeal.
Why did you squeal?
Eric Bowersfield passed away.
Who?
He's the voice of Admiral Akbar in Star Wars. It's a trap, like that.
Oh yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that.
he passed away. I did not know. I've been in a writing bubble, and then I talked for 2 hours to my best friend about our wedding next month. So
Ooh, weddings, yay!
yeah, I'm the maid of honor, so yeah.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm excited.
You are the key figure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just hard because she lives in North Carolina and I live in Georgia. So she's like, well, what do you think about all this? She's like, here's all the pictures of flowers and dresses. And I'm like, okay, cool. I guess number 2 looks great. So,
At least you're getting that. My brother's getting married in September. Apparently, we're all in it, and I know nothing.
that is very true.
I'm just
Where's
winging
that?
it. The wedding will be in Pittsburgh, but they live in Cleveland, and we're in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say, before
Yes,
greetings on Wednesday, that the official ship name for Zelina and Hades is Zades.
Zades?
Zadies?
Zades.
I'm good with Zadies.
That's the official ship name, so Zades, everybody, Zades. Also, a lot of people were saying Green Hellfire.
Green Hellfire. That's extreme. That might be a little too
And
extreme.
suddenly I'm thinking of Hunchback Notre Dame.
And I see Rebecca's eyes getting wide again, like, what the hell is happening?
I'm
No,
with Rebecca.
no.
I'm with Rebecca.
Rebecca, you got out at the
I'm
good
looking.
time.
I'm looking at Twitter.
That's why your eyes are getting wide. She's like, winner.
Rebecca, you got out before it went down, so you ended up on a high note, so good job.
Yeah.
My shipping name for Hades and Zelina are Becky friends.
Every time I saw them on the bike, I just wanted to be like, let me tell you about my best friend.
Every time I saw them on the bike, I was like, why is Zelina's dress not caught in the spokes at this point?
Yup.
Because it should be.
Oh my gosh, I just thought about a fantastic idea for Rebecca. Rebecca, you should just like watch the Canadian bootleg episode since you got out of like one
No.
3 years ago, just to get your instant reaction about how terrible it's become.
No, I don't like to waste hours of my life.
You know what, Rebecca, that's a good point, though, because while you used to talk about Once Upon a Time a lot, and you don't anymore, you also used to talk about Gotham a lot, and you don't anymore because you're so busy with Supergirl Radio.
I'm so behind. I hate it. I need to catch up. I'm
you're
like,
not caught up?
I'm like 2 episodes maybe behind. I had to podcast every day of last week. So
I'm in the middle of season 1, and these two jerks, Bill and Anne Marie, spoiled the ending for me of season 1. So now I don't even want to finish it.
Oh no, you have to finish it because it just gets exponentially
No,
better.
I didn't know that my favorite character died.
Don't worry, they come back. It doesn't matter who it is; they're probably coming back.
Yeah, if you're a fan of our podcast, you should know that spoilers don't matter.
Unless you're Renee Montoya, in which case you're never coming back.
But she's not dead.
She's just off screen.
I know. The one thing I've been saying is someone please bubble wrap her and no one tell Fox she's still alive, otherwise we're gonna have another dead lesbian. It'll be a stray bullet again.
So is Fish coming back? Did she come back?
Yes.
For reals? Or are you just
Yes.
telling me that?
No, seriously, she's coming back.
No, she does come back. I saw the pictures.
Yay! Okay, you can finish it.
I hate Fish.
I love her!
You leave my fish alone.
Well, you know what?
Fish is best in small
She probably
doses.
hates your beard.
That's fine.
She probably watched it.
I think that's both disrespectful to Bobby and Fish Mooney.
I just don't see her as a beard. So
My dad hates Fish too.
You know what,
He's like, why? How is she not dead in like dead?
Bobby's
dead?
beard is very reminiscent of Harvey Bullock's, and we all know that Fish loves Bullock. So I mean, I think your point's valid.
Are you okay? Are you okay, Henry?
I almost died on that one. Yeah.
What happened?
I was in the middle of a drink when you told the joke, and it almost went everywhere.
Sorry about that.
There was almost Sauvignon Blanc everywhere.
I just was not a fan of Jada Pinkett as Fish. I could do
she
without
is a queen.
Jada is
she
queen.
was the worst part of the first season.
Queen. There are 3 queens in this world, and she is one, and so is Beyonce, and so is Nicki Minaj. Queen.
You forgot about the band.
She was okay.
That's
First,
okay, there's 4
Minaj
queens.
is trash.
You also forgot about Lana Padilla.
But Fish was the worst part of the first season.
No, you know what the worst part of the first season was? That it ended.
No, the worst part of the first season is that,
they extended it by 5 episodes?
It wasn't a drama,
Okay,
it was a
I'll give you
police.
that.
The
Yeah.
worst part about season 1 was Renee Montoya walked off the show. We never know what the hell happened to her.
Okay, so top 3. worst things of Gotham of the first season.
It was a
In no
police
particular
procedural.
order were Fish, that they got rid of Renee Montoya or just ignored her altogether, and whatever.
She was just a jealous lesbian. That's all she was.
But she was considerate, so she.
She was out for the greater good.
Look, she got her booty and then decided she didn't want the booty and left.
She's like, the booty crazy, I'm out of here. The booty crazy.
Here goes booty.
I'm out. Sorry.
I need Renee Montoya to come back as the lesbian bro that we all know she is.
Oh, maybe Fish is her beard, and she just wears bobbies.
Look. I just need look. If you know comics, you know Renee Montoya cannot keep it in her pants. I need that Renee Montoya to come back.
She needs her own
This
show.
is the woman who went to this other nation and was honored. And instead of showing up at the ceremony, she was caught bunking the other chambermaid.
I have that comic in the closet right now. Like,
Get Renee out of the closet.
You have the comic in the closet.
Get Renee out of the closet. She doesn't belong in the closet. She came out a long time ago.
don't make me take Renee Montoya out of the closet, please.
Yay!
How you doing over there, Rebecca?
I'm doing all right.
By the way, Hope and Rebecca, you missed our 15-minute conversation on my TV pilot, Infinite Tina, the empty place where love should be. If you guys are interested in being beta readers, it's
I would
basically
love to.
basically Quantum Leap in the multiverse. Just shoot me an email, bill@universebox.com. I'll send you a copy.
Cool.
I will warn you, it's kind of geared towards a live stream, HBO kind of vibe. So
There's language.
there's language, there's
There's
mature
innuendo.
themes.
Do you know me?
Well, yes. Yes.
Yeah, which is why I was concerned, because I know that you are very anti all of that. Hope.
Yeah, I'd just be like, oh God, you said God, it's my God. I actually knew a person like that.
Oh.
We're not friends anymore.
So how was 221 BCon?
It was fun. I only got to go for like a day because of crap. I actually asked off before my boss told me he was going on a 2-week cruise. So then I found out I could not get off. And so after I got off work on Saturday, me and my friend went down there, and we showed up, and it was great. But within 5 minutes of being there, I saw my friend Amy from the Baker Street Babes podcast, and she was just like, "Oh, Hope, it's so great to see you. What are you doing tomorrow at 3?" I was like, nothing. She's like, well, why don't you come to be on the How to Podcast panel? So I did that, and I got to interview David Nellist, who was Mike Sanford in BBC Sherlock.
Nice.
He was really nice and very pleasant. He was really funny, too. And then I drank a lot, and if you look on my Facebook, you'll see me, like, falling on an inflatable.
I was going to ask about this. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So I kind of fell on an inflatable elephant, and then I found out I was too old to sleep on hotel floors anymore because I didn't sleep, and so it was just like a lot of fun. It's just my favorite convention, but unlike doing a whole con thing, I was just more going to hang out with people because I didn't even know I was going until last weekend. So
It's really rough, that moment when you realize you're too old to do X, Y, or Z.
yeah.
Like, when you realize you're too old for something that you've been doing for 15 years or whatever, and you go, oh, man.
I haven't slept on the floor in a long time. Like, it's been several years. So I was like, one night's not gonna hurt. I did not fall asleep. And there was a moment I looked up and I was like, oh, God, that's the sunlight right there. And so at the moment my friend got up, I slept in the bed for 2 hours.
I remember the first time I went to a concert, and I used to go to music festivals and concerts all the time, and I was sitting in the concert and I was like, oh my God, this is too loud, and I was like, oh my God, this is so I just had an emotional breakdown and realization, and I was like, oh my God. And I think that was the last time I went to an actual concert like that.
Okay, lightning question.
Uh-oh, lightning question.
Lightning question, and we'll start with Rebecca. Personal theme song.
A personal theme song that I enjoy, or that I think
exemplifies
defines
you as a philosophy, as a person, etc.
I got my answers. I'm good.
This is a question from one of my work podcasts. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's how I end every work podcast, actually.
I don't know. I don't know one that defines me, but I always thought if I could do one of those comedic slow motion entrances, I would want it to be to Janet Jackson's "Nasty." That's always one that I wish I could do. But I don't think it defines me as a person.
No, I think it does.
But
Honestly.
but I love that song. So I don't know. That's a tough question. I'd have to think on that.
I don't think you do.
I would have never in a million years pictured you.
Well, have you never seen I know on 30 Rock they used to do it all the time where Tina Fey would come in slow motion, trying to look sexy or whatever. So that's kind of how I always imagine if I could have entrance music, it would be that song.
Nice.
But
Okay,
I'll keep thinking on it.
Lady J, personal theme song.
Back in Black, AC/DC.
Perfect. Any reason why, or just because?
Just kind of every time, you get knocked down and kind of get back up and come back in full force.
That's a whole different song.
Yeah,
I
that's
get knocked
Chumbawamba.
down.
No, but I don't. That one just reminds me of a drinking song. So no.
Fair enough.
That's totally fair.
Okay, Hope, personal theme song.
I have two.
What was it?
I have two songs.
Okay.
Starlight by Muse is my life journey song, and then Smile 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 from My Little Pony is my life theme song.
Nice.
I love it. Such a contrast.
Yeah.
Bobbert?
The only thing, okay, when I was a teenager, the album I would listen to over and over and over again was Pretty Hate Machine by Nine Inch Nails.
Hmm.
Nice.
And so the two tracks that I guess would at one time or another would define me would be Something I Can Never Have, and I believe the name of the track is Down in It.
Mm.
Kind of like a cloud, I was up, way up. Anyway, yeah, one of those two songs, just depending on my mood at any time of the day.
Like, I'm not familiar with that, with the second song. What about that says Bobby?
Um, I don't know. I mean, pretty much that whole album is about wallowing in misery. So but knowing that that's not the only. I don't know. I was going through a bad breakup when I was 16.
Weren't we all?
I was like, we all were.
No.
We all were.
Oh man. I
Actually, it
see
wasn't.
the little mall rats in my mall, and they're just like all teenagers, and they're like, "This is the most important moment of my life," and I'm just like,
Exactly.
"You poor thing."
Angel T in the chat room says, I've had to do this for a school assignment. This is dumb, but my song is Happy by Pharrell
Pharrell.
Pharrell.
Williams. Or maybe Don't Stop Believing.
We'll teach you these pop things, sir.
Oh, here we go. What song represents your love life right now, currently?
Well, we're not done with personal theme songs yet, Hope.
Oh, okay. Okay, you guys have to do yours.
I would love to say Happy or Don't Stop Believing or something along those lines, but I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Okay, Anne-Marie, what's your personal theme song?
Oh, it's so hard. I've been like trying to like searching up a couple of them while we've been going. I'm gonna go with one that I sort of like always like think in my head. Best of You by Foo Fighters.
I love that song.
I love that, and that came out at a very important time in my life.
Yeah.
So, ta-da.
I have a
You?
great music video to that song.
I don't think I've actually seen the video, but Foo Fighters have always.
No.
They were one of probably my first bands that were mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'll have to send it to you. There's a fan-made video put to that song, and it's literally about the lives and triumphs and deaths of like the human race. It's fantastic. I'll have to send it to you, and it's put to that song.
Okay, Michael Lucero says in the chat room, Boxcar by Shovels and Rope.
I'm Googling this because I've never heard of these things.
Not familiar with that song at all.
All right, what is yours, William?
I've never listened to music.
Shut up. You have like 3 albums. Shut up.
No,
Classic Tragic Hero, please
no,
look it up.
No, don't look it up.
Look it up.
Okay, but no, my personal theme song is Never Do Anything by Bare Naked Ladies. It's a song
I knew it was going to be a Bare
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
As it should be. No, but it's a song about the fear of failure keeping you from trying new things, and it's the song that after I got fired and had to come back from UCLA, my freshman year at UCLA, I was just gonna not do college and just go and, I don't know, be a telemarketer or something. And Bare Naked Ladies Maroon came out, and I heard this song, and it kind of made me realize that no, I shouldn't be afraid of failing again like I did in LA, and that I should go back to college. And I went to college, and I met her at college. So
But really, that didn't happen for like 5 or 6 years after that.
Yeah, after college. But it led me down a path to where I am right now. So it all worked out. And I still can, it's not my favorite song, but it's definitely, I think, my personal theme. So I still come back to it all the time. What's that?
I just realized probably now my theme song, like I put it on every time I'm in the car with my daughter, and we both sing along out loud while we're driving down the road, is Brave by Sarah
Bareilles.
Thank you, I'm drunk.
Yep.
But yes, I love that song. I love that video. I love the message of like not being afraid to be yourself.
Okay, see, that's fun.
All right. Okay, you know what? I think we should come back to Hope's question, and we're lightning round, like real quick.
Oh, no.
Song that describes your love life. And we'll start with Rebecca.
I don't know. Is there a song called No Comment or Non-Existent?
I got no body.
There you go. Oh, we'll pick that one.
Fair enough. Hope, the originator of the question.
Somebody to Love by Queen.
Nice.
That's a good song.
It makes me cry every time.
Lady J?
I don't really. I mean,
I love that song.
you know what? Single from Natasha Bedingfield.
Nice. Anne Marie?
And yeah, I will not sing any more of that. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. No, it's funny because my mom had a thing with that. No. I will always love you.
And for me, I'm not going to pick one song. I'm going to pick the entire album of TLC's Crazy Sexy Cool.
That was smooth, Bill. That was real smooth, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know I got game, right? No,
Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah, you have a totally awesome lady, so you clearly do somehow.
I do. I do. I had it long enough to get her. Anyway. Oh, sweet. Let's see here.
And then I started looking up Clark's lyrics, but once we got to this song, I was like, Clark's. It has to be the Clarks. But I couldn't find one.
You know, Hope has to go.
Yeah,
and
I'm so sorry. I have a podcast outline to write because I have a show on Tuesday, but I have a deadline tomorrow, so I have to write it tonight.
That's totally fine. I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap up here anyway.
It's been over 2 hours.
Yeah, it has been over 2 hours.
Hey, child.
Hello, child.
Hi, child.
Hi.
Hi, child. What's your name?
Small person is muted currently.
Yeah, small person is muted.
Small people reveal things, so they're usually muted.
There he is.
Hello. Hi.
Hello.
You can't hear you.
What's your name?
Hey, Luke.
Are you Luke
Nice.
Skywalker?
He has no idea who that is.
Are you a Jedi?
No.
Are you a princess?
Did you like Zootopia?
I want to see Zootopia. You don't even know and understand. I want to see Zootopia so bad. Josh Tallis plays a role called Frantic Pig. I want to see this
Wait,
movie.
Josh Dallas was in it?
He plays a role called Frantic Pig.
I don't remember.
That means he was probably one of the animals screaming for their lives or something.
Yeah, he only did a small cameo, but he plays a role called Frantic Pig, and I want to see this movie.
You know, I just want to say if Zootopia ever has a sequel, I want Jennifer Morrison to be the voice of, like, Judy's partner or daughter or something.
That'd be awesome.
That would be fun.
That would be interesting.
But
Okay,
I need to go.
Yeah, Hope. Tell people where to follow you on Twitter at least.
Oh, you can find me at Hope Mullinax, or if you like Star Wars and podcasts, especially Clone Wars, I have a Star Wars podcast called J Guys and Jedi.
And more importantly, are you in for Infinitina?
What?
I think she missed that.
Are you in to read the pilot? My pilot?
Oh,
His book.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Send it to me. I can't promise you I'll get to it right away.
No, you have to get it to it right
It takes
away.
about like half an hour.
Yeah,
You'll be
it's about
fine.
half an hour.
Okay.
You can do that.
I could probably do it this weekend.
Sweet. Okay, I'll send it to you. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, Rebecca,
Bye, everybody.
tell people where to find you online.
Well, you can follow me at DerbyKid. That's DerBykid. So that's the best place to get me.
And don't forget about Supergirl Radio.
Well, if you like Supergirl or want to hear about Supergirl, you can go to supergirlradio.com, and we're on iTunes and Stitcher.
Are you in for Infinitina?
Sure, send it. I'll read it.
Sweet. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Okay, Bobby, tell people where they can find you online.
As you guys know, I'll be calling in every week to every pod, except We're So Lost. I haven't called in any voicemails for We're So Lost, but
That's okay. We haven't done any We're So Lost
I think you
in a
sent
while.
one, actually. You sent one.
did I?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Okay,
early
well,
on.
So that's official. Every podcast you've done, I've sent a voicemail into.
You have.
But every week on Legends of Gotham and Once Upon a Time, or Greetings from Storybrooke. Jesus, sorry. But of course my Twitter.
No, it's just called Greetings from Storybrooke.
Jesus not included.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. They haven't had that character yet.
No,
No.
that's season 6.
They got to go somewhere.
But you can follow me on Twitter at Inevitable Hawk, HAWKE, and that's it.
Are you in for Infinitina?
Of course.
Perfect. Thanks, bud. Okay, and Lady J, tell people where they can follow you online.
Twitter at JNamKyung, NAMKYOUNG. And I am being featured at Wild Pantheon Press currently. So
Very nice. Very nice. Are you in for Infinitina?
Of course.
Excellent. Excellent. I'll send it along. Anne-Marie, where can people find you online?
Hi, you can find me on the Twitters at DeSimone. I'm not spelling it. Deal with it.
That's fine. That's fine. It's really hard to spell anyway. I doubt you can even do it.
I've had a, no.
And as for me, you can follow me on Twitter at Bill Meeks. You can follow all of the podcasts we do at universebox.com. And if you want Infinitina, Bill at universebox.com. I'll send you a copy. And if you want to take part in the live reading, definitely let me know about that too. Okay, and I think we've about stretched out this hangout.
Your voice is gone, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Like my voice is just fading. You know what? So I think foolishness is the better part of valor. We're gonna say peace.
Peace.
Until next time, remember to think outside.
I had no idea where we were.
Perfect.